Alright. Settle in class. Now we are entering Port Royal. So we're gonna summon Chicken Little right off the bat, just like all the other categories. There's a quicker tech here that has been found by, I think, Sun-Zero, where you slide dash into this guy, and then you can do an extra hit if it doesn't end. I'm really bad at that strat personally. Otherwise, you can just spam 2 blizzards. Like, just sit still and spam 2 blizzards, and that'll work as well. But the way I did it right there was faster. Then here we're gonna do 2 blizzards into 2 thunders. Just like critical mode. And this is all gonna be pretty similar to crit, actually. Oh yeah, let me add my input display. Forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, so why is this happening? Did I not fix this ever? Oh wait, I see. Oh. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Alright. I use a website called gamepadviewer.com. Right there. Alright. So same thing as critical mode here. Fire, fire. You want to make sure that every hit of fire hits all the shadows here. Then I like to nudge backwards slightly, but not too much. Other runners, I think, might move slightly differently. But you want to hit every single hit of fire again here. And then ideally, everything dies. If not, you need to kill at least enough things to spawn the next 2 soldiers. Then whistle again. And then that whistle, I walk a bit farther back because I want Chicken Little to whistle them closer to each other so that my thunders hit each like this. So then that works. Now we can do a cheeky slide dash here. You can use FPS mode to get summon gauge. I'm not going to do it because you don't need to. Like, I think there's pretty much no point in the game where your summon gauge matters to be higher. I think, okay, sorry. So, level 2 summon does help on boat fight here. And it can help, like, not lose Chicken Little. So, if the fight goes badly, then having level 2 summon will help a lot in boat fight coming up. But otherwise, it's not necessary. But yeah, you can just use FPS mode to get some drive gauge, or summon gauge. Now, here's a big menu. We're going to go into our customize. You want to... So, the way that optimally you take off the customization of where you want magnet to go. So, most people have it on triangle. So, if you remove this, when you get magnet, it will automatically be placed here. So, you can save time on menuing that way. And then we also equip reflect. This is how I do my menus. People do it differently. I don't think anyone else does it my way anymore. Now we want to put Donald on Sora attack. And then we want to go to abilities. Take off Bash, put on Goofy Tornado. Take off... It doesn't matter which one. I'm pretty sure you can take off either. So I take off Thunder, just because... Like, when it's loading in, it can move down. But either it works, doesn't matter which one. Take off one of them, and then put on Comet. And then we move over to Sora, and then put on 3 Ethers. Question time. Step below face cam. One of them is the sub points. One of them is my controller. Is that Thunder 1 hitting multiple mobs? Yes, the Thunder should be, yeah. You go left here. I walk back into the corner here and then summon Chicken Little. Again, this is the same as critical mode. Let me just use blizzards. I use like 4 blizzards. In that fight, it doesn't like matter that much, but like I pay attention to what the blizzard is hitting, and if I notice that I miss one of the enemies with it, then I'll actually like change my lock on to that enemy that I missed, and then try blizzard him. That's just like a small thing. Oh, that's a splits smart box. For the timer for the speedrun. Alright, and now we're going to walk backwards and summon Chicken Little. Again, this is the same as the other categories. I didn't realize how similar Port Royal is. So the thing is that level 1 does really, really good damage with magic in Port Royal. So we're going to be wanting to use magic a ton here. Make absolutely sure that you grab this chest. Ow. And then we just want money here. So this is a timed fight. I wait until he summons 4 of them and then start using blizzards. You can wait until he summons 3. Like if one of them is staying behind and you have 3 of them there, then it might be a good idea to just go with them anyway instead of waiting. Like here, this is a weird situation where I had one straggler behind, so I could just fight him first. So you want to aim to kill 12. I got 12 right there, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, let me I didn't change my splits. There we go. Yeah, if you don't kill 12, it's fine. I don't think money is that big of a problem. Like at worst case, you lose 1 ether later on in the game, and you can make up for that. But it's a good idea to try to maximize your money. Just don't die while doing it. Now we're gonna go left. And we're gonna skip this fight, so we're not fighting that. Unlike critical mode. Okay, now, this fight is actually really, really hard. Boat fight is like one of the hardest fights probably to learn. Many top runners spend hours practicing it, especially on level 1, because level 1, it can go really, really good, or it can go really, really bad. So this is a fight where it's going to be hard to explain. Like, I can show you how it goes perfectly, but it's not going to go that way in every run. So I believe an easy way to set up the start is to guard this guy and then summon while that cannonball is going on. I've seen people do that. I'm not sure. Like, this is fine because... So I wasn't afraid of dying there because I was in the hit animation, and that gives you iframes. So there's no way I was going to die there. I'm dead here, though. It's fine. What you want to do is get them all gathered in the same place so that every blizzard will hit all of them at the same time. So let me just make a save here. Oh no. Hang on. I think my mods didn't load in. Let me reload the game. The same thing in beginner. Yes. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, it's the same thing. That is right. But I think it's easier because we have guard. And beginner you don't have guard, right? The guard actually makes it a lot easier. Yeah, chicken. Every single summon in the game can heal you. Genie and chicken will throw potions. Stitch heals you over time, and then Peter Pan heals you over time as well. Yeah, you don't starve chicken out. Yeah, it does. Crit does. So this is different than crit. Oops. Stitch does not refill your MP over time. He will lick you and then refill your MP instantly. And then he also heals you over time. Okay, so this is where guarding is really important. We call this the runner. If you get this, you want to guard him, and then summon chicken like this. And now, this is ideal, okay? So, you want to guard him, and then summon Chicken Little, before the cannonball goes off. Because during the summon animation, the cannonball will not hit you, and we want to avoid the cannonball hitting you. Because you should notice from other categories again, but if the cannonball hits you, then it'll make Chicken Little do an infinite firecracker, because you got hit by a target that he can't hit. And just real quick, to fix that, you can get hit by a pirate, and then he will stop. So if you ever get hit by a cannonball, then try getting hit by a pirate without dying, and then Chicken Little will be back to normal. But anyway, so you want to guard that guy if he's running at you. That is like the best way to deal with the runner. And then we want to do Blizzard, Blizzard, Thunder, Thunder, and it's incredibly important that the Thunder and the Blizzards hit them all at the same time. Because if you kill these two pirates at the same time, like this, that will spawn the bomb pirate and the X pirate, like this. And you want them all to get whistled like this. So we do this. I do 2 blizzards when they're whistled back here. Throw an ether to cancel the blizzard animation. Run over here. And then when he whistles, do 3 blizzards like this. And now that's going to spawn these 2 pirates. And now we want to run over here and then do 3 blizzards. Throw an ether. And then do 2 blizzards. And then use the cannon bomb. So you basically position yourself to be able to hit them with the blizzards, and then use the cannonball RC, like as you kill them both, like this. And the reason we do this is because it stops the cannonballs from showing up, and they won't ruin the fight anymore. And now at this point, the fight is much easier because we've killed everything on the bottom portion, so now it's only the top portion. So what I like to do personally is do an aerial combo on this guy. And if the pirates are lined up perfectly, you can try blizzarding them all right now. But it's safer to just kind of get them whistled by chicken. And I don't like them to be on the stairs because, as you saw, the blizzard whiffed. So if this happens, I just like move backwards and then do that. Have them whistled down here. Learning when chicken will whistle is just something you have to get used to. So keep in mind that we have 3 ethers, and we're going to use all 3 ethers in the fight. So I just used like maybe 2 or 3 extra spells because I wasn't hitting them all at the same time. You have extra spells, so make sure to use them. Like, it's better that you use all your magic rather than trying to save it for the end. Like, you definitely want magic for the whole fight, but just remember that you have like 2 or 3 extra spell casts. But like, importantly though, remember to use your ether before you run out. So like right here, I believe I have another. I don't have another ether actually, but this is fine. Yeah, because they're just about dead. So, like, I was able to use, I think, 3 extra spellcasts there. And the fight ended up being fine. And those were the last 2 pirates. The last 2 bomb pirates up there. So, that, I hope, goes over... Like, that is the best case scenario when you get the runner. I hope that goes over that. Now, I'm going to try to show off non-runner examples. But importantly, as you saw, like, it's never a good idea to do physical combos, really. The reason I do the aerial dive when I pointed it out is to get my position right with the pirates, to get there fast. But generally, doing physical combos is not a good idea. You should probably do as much magic as you can. So this is what I usually do, is I run backwards. I've seen KBM guard this guy. I don't really know that strat, but I find this to be okay. So, like, this is fine, because, like, even though I got hit, we're not gonna die, and then ideally we get a whistle here. I'm getting kind of unlucky, but, like, this kind of shows you. So, even, like, no matter what happens back there, you can still get the correct position, and then still do this combo. Okay, so I made a mistake there, because I think I was targeting the arrow pirate, and he died first, so my targeting got messed up. And that's bad. You don't want to... So you probably don't want to be targeting him in that combo. But so this is what happens when you get the bad spawn. And what I do to recover this is I throw blizzards. I target the guy that comes out over there, the other axe pirate, and then I throw blizzards at him while killing this guy. It's like, this isn't over yet, it's just a lot harder. So you can kill those guys, and then you kind of do the same thing here, where you bring them down here. I think I didn't hit that guy. Yeah, you can tell when blizzards are hitting him. So now, ideally, he whistles them here. This doesn't always happen, but I can get it to happen pretty often if I'm in this position. And now, the fight isn't too bad anymore, because we can kill these guys with the magic, and then those last two summon, and we're fine. So you want to make sure, if you're whistling them in this position, that you're far enough back that they don't get stuck on the top part, because if they're, you want them both to be down here. So I like to be down here. Like, a lot of other runners I think I've seen have tried to do the fight up here. I don't like being up here. Being down there is a lot better for me. But this is another fight that's like super runner preference. So I'm sure other runners would disagree with me on that. Which is why, like I said, it's good to ask people what they do and like watch different runs. But I'll try to show off more scenarios here. Yeah, I like that, Matt. Okay, so see, we didn't get the runner. We were able to summon. And this is like perfect. So that's like the best case scenario if you don't get runner. At least for what I do here. And now this should, the thunder should hit them both, I believe. Oh my god, it didn't. That's crazy. I'm not sure. I guess I had to target the other one. But this is fine. You don't want this spawn. You want the other spawn that I showed. So here's the thing. You're gonna be tempted to hurt these guys before they're all whistled together. Like, I could throw blizzards right now, but I don't like doing that. I'd much rather them all be together and then start my blizzards. It's like, I'm gonna wait until they're down here and then do it. Because I think if you try to kill them separately, it's just gonna make everything messy. This is kind of unfortunate. So, like, just trying to hit them all with the blizzard is a good idea. This is over. See, this is how bad boat fight can go. And this is really bad. So, like, now I don't have enough magic. And when this happens, you just cry. Like, there's not really a recovery. It can just go bad. This is how the boat fight is a bad fight. But, like, see, this is like the best case scenario for what happens. But you don't want them to be separated. If they're separated like that, then that's what happens. And also, so if they go into like the shadows. And that sucks, John. I would ask on Reddit or something, or ask like in the Discord that knows what they're talking about. Ask somebody who plays the game. Okay, so you got the runner. Guard him. So I guard him really late because I didn't react in time. And now, yeah, so if he camps in there, you just have to wait. Now, this might be okay. Yeah, it was okay. So like, that's what I try to do, is I just try to wait. I try to be really, really patient there to make sure it's going to be fine. Now, I wasn't able to move over there before I did, before I killed these guys, so I can't do the lineup that I did before. Instead, I can just summon, I can whistle them over here and then do it this way. And this isn't that bad. Like, this still works out fine. So I'm just showing you different ways you can recover if things don't go well. And then here we go. So we can line them up. This is risky to line it up like this, but you can do this sometimes. And then just do this. It's like, that's like really, really good. That's a good fight. If you can get that to happen. Instead of whistling down there. But the issue is if you don't hit them all at the same time, any blizzard damage you miss on a pirate is like a lot of value lost. Because you, like I said, you do have like 3 extra blizzard, like spells, maybe 2. But if you miss a lot of spells on one, then it gets really hard. Yeah, just using the guard. It's like I've seen KBM and then I think even VG guard this guy like this, and I think that might prevent him from camping in the back. It's like this looks pretty good, and then that works. It's like this looks like a pretty good fight. So I would mess with that guard right there. I'm not used, like, it doesn't work all the time for me. I'm not sure what I do wrong. But this is exactly what we want. Like I said, so you line them up, do the cannon bomb. Do this. So, like, they're not lined up, so I would just go down here. And, like, even, like, here, I would honestly just, like, go down here. I think this is fine. I used the ether early there. It's better to use it early than late, but still don't do that. Oh, yeah, this is fine. See, like, it worked out pretty well. You can try find them up there. It's just that I find it less consistent. I think I've shown off a lot of bow fights here. Yeah, physical. That's the thing, is that physical hits are really bad, so you do like no damage. But this is gonna be a problem fight. Like, this will be one of the hardest fights in the run. So it's good to just like practice it because you learn different scenarios. Learning how to recover it is a good idea. So yeah, that guard is good. I think I'm understanding how to do the guard now. That guard like prevents the pirate from moving backwards. And then it lines up this like thing well. I did thunder early because I wasn't paying attention. But again, it's okay because you can recover it by doing this. That's fine. If this happens, like, you can do the cannon bomb if you get the bad spawn and you kill from back here, which just to make it safer. Like, the scary part is that if this guy comes too far back, then he'll go into shadows. But I've definitely had fights where it's okay. And now we can just like whistle him down here again, and this will probably work out fine. And then get this whistle. And then, yep, this is fine. We have another ether. You can see how much extra I have. I think we have, yeah, 3. So that's how much extra MP you have if you get everything perfect. It seems. Which is like, I think 3. Maybe 4. No, you do triple Blizzard Thunder. Yeah, you do triple Blizzard Thunder. That's why I messed that up, because I did Thunder by accident. You want to do Blizzard, 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 Thunder. The reason we do Thunder is because you need to kill the 2 Axe Pirates at the same time. You need to kill them at the same time. Like, it needs to be, like, the exact same time. If they're not killed at the same time, then you don't get the better spawn. So that's what you should be aiming for. And that's why every Blizzard has to hit everything, and then the last Thunder has to hit them both. So I kept missing the Thunder. You want to prevent that from happening. And you can do that by target switching if you need to. But a lot of it is the whistle position, and just, like, learning how to get that correctly. Thank you, Maza. So I skipped the menu here. You can switch Goofy here, or you could do it in the other menu. It doesn't really matter when you do it. So you could have done this in the first menu in Port Royal. You could have swapped Goofy for Donald. And then you wouldn't have to do it here, but you can do it in either menu. And now, barrels. This strat has failed me in the past. I'm pretty sure it's still possible to fail, but it should be fairly unlikely. So you want to move right as quick as possible. Everything you want to do as fast as possible. Now, you want to target this guy by target switching. And you want to notice how high in the air he is. If he's low to the ground like this, you can do a slide dash. And then go straight into Valor as you slide dash to him. And then we do this barrel, do this barrel. We're doing all of these ASAP, like as fast as possible. Do this one, and now we're going to target the pirate and try to do a slide to him like this in Valor form. So you want to hit him. You want to hit any of the pirates that are here, ideally. And then you do triangle, and then that's it. So that's like a really good boat fight right there. Or sorry, not boat fight, barrel fight. Oh, is this not the right save? Okay, that's weird. Why did my autosave put me there? That was strange. That's fine. Let me just do boat fight again. Yeah, so this should be a good spot. Okay, yeah, see, that was like just barely off when the thunder hit. And that is why I didn't get to spawn there. Boat fight is not easy. Like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be getting... like, you'll get it perfectly a few times in a row, and then suddenly it'll stop working. And that's going to be the case for, like, every strat in the game. Is like, you'll feel like it's perfect, and then all of a sudden it just stops working. And I think every KH2 runner goes through that. At that point, you just have to revisit it and then practice it again. So yeah, swap out, make sure Goofy's in a party. So I want to show you if he's not on the ground. Yeah, okay, so here, I think he'll be high up, yeah. So what you can do is aerial dive this guy, and then go into Valor like this. I've seen VG do that, I'm pretty sure that's okay. But like, see, I got hit, so it might not be okay. Did VG lie to me? Here, let me die and try again. Okay. So what I usually do is I walk over here. If he's not low to the ground, I'll just walk. And then you want to be on this side of the barrel when the RC shows up, and then go into Valor like this. Like, when you go Valor is really important because you want them to be stunned at the right time. So you can go straight into the RC, and then go straight into this next RC, like this. Because then they don't have time to hit you like that. I think the aerial dive is bad because you're too far up, and it takes too long to do the barrel RC. And then we just do these the same way. So, like, sometimes the air power won't be here, so you can just do triangle. That was pretty lucky, but... Again, you get hit sometimes. If you get hit, you gotta hit... If you get hit, then I would... Oh, hang on. I forgot the menu. Maybe autosave doesn't work here. We forgot everything, guys. It's over. I forgot there was a menu after bow fight. Okay, see, I got hit. That's fine. Probably get them to whistle. This might not be fine because their damage is different. Okay, no. Yeah, that somehow worked out. I just take the hit if I get hit. Yeah. That's a good showcase of, like, when you get hit, I think you can still recover it just fine like that. Just don't use area recovery. It's, like, number one. Yeah, there we go. The thunder I did was not good. I don't know what that strat that is meant, but yes, it's not good. It probably is not good at all. Okay, so the menu here is to put in Goofy into the party. Make sure he's in the party. You can do it in this menu or the menu before. In the beginning of Port Royal. And then you want to go to your items menu, and then switch all of your ethers over to potion. And then auto-reload it. Oh! I'm forgetting everything. Oh no, it's over. Okay, we're gonna edit this into the video, alright? So, right here in this ambush, you skip it, unlike critical mode. And then you're gonna go into here, and then you're gonna ignore this girl, because she's gonna be in your way. Like, 90% of the time, she'll be in your way, so don't talk to her. Go into here in the Morlock's shop, and then buy as many ethers as you can. And then make your way back outside. So while you're skipping the ambush, you're gonna go buy ethers there. And then we make it to boat fight. That looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'm getting the guard now. Yeah, and then you lined up. So that was a really, really good lineup. Like, that's when they're perfectly lined up, and you can just do... Like, this is probably one of the best case scenarios. Other than that guy didn't get whistled in. To do one more magic, that's fine. So after boat fight, swap in Goofy, and then put on 3 potions. Now, you can put on 2 if you want to be very risky. I'd recommend you just do 3 potions. Like, having 2... Barbosa is extremely easy to die here. The reason is because on Barbosa, if Jack dies, then you lose the fight. So you have to be potioning Jack, Goofy, and yourself during the fight. So you can do 2 potions and 1 ether to make menuing more optimal. Well, I'd highly recommend you just do 3 potions. Set them to auto reload. And now we do barrels. You got the side dash here. He was low enough that we can side dash. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, man. I've never seen it before. But no, I would not recommend doing that. I don't think getting hit on level 1 is a good idea ever. And yeah, if you do get hit, I would recommend that you throw a potion on the barrel fight. And then before you try doing the barrel RC, I would say you hit the enemies next to it and then do it. Because the air pirates usually have a pretty long stun animation when they get hit. So that'll usually buy you enough time. You can try YOLOing like the RC again, but that usually doesn't work out for me. If you get hit there, I forgot if it's fine or not. I think our HP comes back anyway, right? I think we get full health, so I don't think you have to worry about it. Because you get hit there sometimes by the gun pirate. Let's see, are we at full? No, we're not, okay. If you get hit, I'd probably recommend you potion before Barbosa. Because you don't want to waste a potion on this fight, because you only have 3. And all of them are really useful. So I just stand up here, look for where the guy is. You do a 2-hit combo into a finisher. And then Jack will either get hit or not get hit. Where Barbosa is random. And you want to just react to where he is and then catch him. So him getting hit is bad because we need to potion him now. Pretty much when Jack is like at this amount of HP, you want to potion him. Because it's very risky to not potion him. So we do... I think it's better to do a short air combo on Barbosa and then blizzard him. And now we're just gonna knock him to the corner here. So there is an easy strat where we blizzard him throughout the entire fight like this. And this is like the safest strat. And you don't have to worry. So like everything I said about potioning Jack and everything, that doesn't matter that much if you're gonna do this strat. Because he has no chance of hitting you. So you just do basically what you do on other categories. And just do blizzard the whole time. The only issue is that you might not have enough magic. But if you don't, what you can do is, once you get to your last bit of MP, swap in Donald, like that, and now you just reflect into Comet. That's why I put Comet on earlier. And now you can kill him this way. So that's like the baby strat, and this is like probably what you should be doing on your first few runs. But now I'm going to show you the hard strats. Like, if you do this, then potions aren't a big deal, because he's not going to ever attack you. But let me show you the hard strat, which, again, you probably shouldn't be doing this unless you're going for record, because this is, like, one of the hardest fights in the game, again. Like, every mid-game boss gets incredibly hard if you're going optimally. So yeah, throw a potion. If you're not at full, I'd recommend you potion before you enter. So the time save, I'm actually not positive. I think it's probably under 10 seconds. You probably don't save that much time. I'm pretty sure it's definitely under 10 seconds. It's gonna be like maybe 5 or 6, if that, if you do this strat. So this strat is not worth it unless you really are keen. So again, do the same thing here. Catch Barbosa. Revert. Air combo 2 finishers. He's in the dark here, which is bad. Reflect his retaliation. So I got the slow retaliation there because I hit him into the darkness. What you want to happen is you do 2 finishers. Oh my god, it happened again. You want to position your air combo so you don't knock him that way. Your second finisher is supposed to make him retaliate instantly. So you reflect, like, as soon as you can. Because as soon as he lands, he's supposed to do that attack right there. Now, sometimes what can happen is that he won't do it because you knock him in... Like, let me try doing it on purpose. Okay, that was, like, weird. I'm not sure what happened there. But this is why this strat sucks. Because now it's kind of over. But while you're doing that combo... Oh my god, he did so much damage. So, if Jack ever gets hit to low HP, you want to Blizzard Barbosa and then Potion Jack right away. And even this HP is not safe. Probably pushing him again. Okay, let me turn this off again, because this is really bad. Oh, so this mod might not work. It's fine. Okay, so catch him. Ideally before he hits Jack. Revert. Knock him back there, not in the shadows. Now, if you hit him to a ledge that's like higher grounds, then you might get the slow retaliation. So I'm gonna mash reflect and see if... Yeah, so he's doing the slow retaliation. So the best case scenario is that you're actively reacting and watching where you hit him. And if he does the slow retaliation, then you can do ideally 2 reflects like that. But I started my reflect really early, so I think I'm gonna get hit. Okay, no, I didn't. Sometimes if you do that, you'll get hit. So you have to do 3 reflects, which is really bad because you need your magic. I dropped my combo there. So I got the slow retaliation there. And I was able to react to it. Okay, Jack is at 1 HP, by the way. So he's gonna die here, probably. Okay, he didn't die. So you need to react the moment that he gets hit. And then Blizzard and throw Potion on him. And again, you probably want to potion him to full. Because the thing is that if he's not at full HP, it's very possible that once he gets hit to 1 HP, on the next combo when you potion him, he's going to get hit to... He's going to die. So that was another slow retaliation that I didn't react to. Now what you do is, once he gets to... You see how his health is below all the bars on the bottom of his HP bar? You want the HP to be, like, in the middle of the middle bar. So that's around when he switches to the next phase. And that's when you swap in Donald. And then you want to do Reflect into Comet. And then end Comet immediately. And then do air combos during this. You also want to do this for, like, the Blizzard strat if you end up doing it at the end. And then ideally, if he's not dead, you go into Wisdom here. But by having enough... That's why the Reflect is useful, because the Reflect gives you drive. And then you do Reflect, Blizzard Reflect here. You have to time your Reflects, though, to be well spaced to not get hit. If you do get hit, you can just use the RC. Because the RC pops up during the combo here. But yeah, that whole strat is a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. I really don't recommend you do that. You definitely should use a Blizzard strat instead. And I didn't really explain how hard it is because, hang on. You're probably using 3 potions to lose your run, Met. Yeah, I don't recommend it right now, for sure. Oh, I'm not at full. That's fine. So, like, let me explain why this strat is so hard. Because you first of all have to react to where Barbosa is. You have to react to whether or not he lands, right? So like him landing is something you have to react to. We got the quick land there. And then not only that, but you also have to react to if your party members get hit. Because if Goofy dies here, then you have to potion him too, because you need to swap in Donald later on. So Goofy needs to also survive, along with Jack. And now, if he gets hit, we have to potion... Like, this is the quick way of hitting him, is by menuing a potion during the reflex, like this. It's like, that's really hard to do. You have to know exactly what you're doing to do that. So the much safer strat is to use Blizzard, like I mentioned. And then cure him during this. And then, like I said, swap out, reflect into Comet, and Comet. Then try doing air combos. It's ideal you don't parry him like that. And then he can die to the Comet, which is best. Otherwise, you can go Wisdom and then do this. So that is that strat. The strat that I don't recommend. So just ignore everything I just said for the past 10 minutes. The Blizzard strat shouldn't be that hard. What stuff? Yeah, exactly, dude. Let me just show off the Blizzard again. Yeah, I mean, you literally just Blizzard him when he breaks out of the Blizzard. So to be honest, like when I showed off the Blizzard earlier, I'm not sure. I wasn't doing it right probably because I don't remember having MP issues. So like, I think you don't have enough MP to do this the whole way. You can probably get extra damage in Vader form. It helps you don't drop the combo. I'm timing my inputs. Okay. But yeah, like swapping in Donald to kill him should be really easy. So right here, you just swap in Donald. Oh god, I didn't do it right because I swapped in Donald at the right time, the wrong time. Use the SRC if you need to, because you're gonna lose otherwise. Okay, let me die and do that. Okay, so this is the ideal Blizzard strat. The ideal safe strat. You do that, and then you don't revert yet. Do full Vader, revert, and now do Reflex. And now we Blizzard. Now that should be enough damage that we can probably kill him. Just that the annoying part of this strat is you have to make sure that you knock him back towards this corner. Because if you ever get him outside of the corner, it's really bad. Also, I've learned recently that the amount of time he stays frozen is completely random. So sometimes if you get really, really short Blizzard stun, it might be really bad. But yeah, so this is enough damage right here. You can just Blizzard the whole time. No need to swap in Donald in this scenario. But it's good to know that you can do that, because it's not hard to do that strat instead. And yeah, he's dead here. So that's a safe strat right there.
This ain't over.
Top tier thing you want for KH2? I'm not sure. I don't want to go over that right now in the middle of this tutorial. Alright, let's make a save. Alright, so beginning of Agrabah, same as critical mode, you hit an enemy. Now, something to note. If you're following my route here, Goofy is going to Tornado sometimes, and I believe it's possible for him to Tornado and catch this guy if he gives you the bad pattern. So, Goofy Tornado can screw you over here, and I know KBM is an advocate of not having Tornado on. But I know me and VG both use Tornado, so you just have to accept that sometimes Tornado can just burn you here. We haven't done Agrabah yet, dude. But I wish we could. So you do you buy Ethers here on crit, I believe. You can do it here on level 1 if you're not doing Task Kill in Beast Castle. You buy it here instead of Port Royal. But I'm just showing, like, the Port Royal shop is there. Like, it doesn't really matter if you buy there, even if you're not doing Task Kill. It's just that you lose time to movement. So this is the quickest shop to do if you're not doing Task Kill. Just keep that in mind. Your Ether route. Ether routing is hard in this category. We actually routed out our Ethers are routed pretty tightly. But as I mentioned before, there are extra Ethers you can grab. Might be a good idea to know where they are. Now we go to Aladdin's Customize. Put him to Sora attack, and then we're going to take Aladdin's items. I look at my potion count, and if I'm at 3, which is really bad. I would take all of them now. Having 1 at least is good, because he'll potion Donald at a pivotal point in Falling Segment. So it might be good to leave him with 1 still. But, yeah, I'd probably recommend you leave him with 1 at least. I'm not waiting to see what happens if he has none right now. Actually, I don't think it matters that much now I think about it. I think it's fine to take it. I think it's fine. And then you put on 2 potions and 2 ethers on Sora. I believe that, yeah, so if you have 2 ether, if you have 1 ether and then 2 potions for Barbossa, then all you have to do is put on 1 ether here. Whereas because I put on 3 potions, so you have to do a little bit more menuing. That's the only time save in that PR menu. And we go Wisdom Form. This is a good movement. You blizzard these things. You can learn that in other categories too. If you are bad at the blizzard there, you can use fire instead to break the tents. But we're going to be doing fast wisdom leveling. So we're leveling wisdom form not on the enemies here, but we're going to level it all strictly through mostly cave fight. Not all of it through cave fight. Let's see if I can somehow explain this movement here. Because people have trouble with this movement. I also don't know if it's that fast either. This probably saves like under 1 second. Yo, thank you for the raid, Crispy. Hope you had a good stream. Okay, so you can quick run onto this platform. I think I'm too... Okay, yeah, so I think the deal with this is that you want to be pretty far back, because the very end of your quick run has to be ending on the platform. So I was able to get up here because I ended it so early. I think the issue people have is that they quick run too close to it, and then you're not high enough. So you want to do it like much farther back to get up here. Thanks, Bad. I think it's going alright. So yeah, I try to quick run like pretty early here. And then we can just quick run across. This part isn't that hard. There's a fire you can do here. I think it's a scam because I always... Like, that time it worked, but usually the fat bandits right here will mess it up. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, that saves like probably less than a second, like maybe half a second. If you're not comfortable doing that, then you just go around like this. You do have to wait a little bit on the third one. You have to delay it slightly, but just not too much, like I said. Thank you, Master Train. Alright, so now we're doing, I was gonna say Mickey push. Monkey push. This doesn't matter that much. You can push the monkey slightly. I just try to, like... I try to get, like, as like, lined up with him as possible. Like, as far behind him as possible. Like, the very back of him, and then push forward. And then I see which direction I'm moving, like, left or right, and I try to adjust. And ideally, you get the triangle prompts as he's falling from the air. He did it fast enough. Another thing to note is that the crystals, I've been told they spawn relative to where Sora is. So if you get hit by them, it's because you were probably too far forward when you're doing the push. So you want to be like behind the monkey the whole time. And now it's ideal that we need to have drive in the beginning of this. Because you want to... right there where I did a jump because I was able to skip having the, like... Basically, if you're on the platform when it's disappearing, then you have lag when you start falling. So if you jump first and then you're falling... You fall through it as it's already gone, you skip that lag. So it's, like, very slightly faster. That doesn't matter that much. What we're going to do here is I like to shoot these guys as soon as they spawn. So, like, I shoot them in the air like this. That's hard to do because it requires good timing. But you can shoot them on the ground as well. And you want to kill all 4 in Wisdom form with the Reflex. So right here, they all lined up well. Sometimes you get unlucky and they don't line up that well. But usually it's in your control. And you want to kill all 4 of them in Wisdom like that. It's, like, okay if you use another Reflex, but I'd highly recommend that you don't. Because your magic is really important here. So we're actually going to grab the magic orbs as we're falling. So, like, see how they drop magic? You want to grab them if you can. And what you also want to do to make things harder is look at where that puzzle piece is. You see the crown on the bottom left? The fiery globes are going to spawn on the corners that are like the corners next to that crown. So like the one in front of me and the one behind me. So I'm going to look at the crown and then attack in the direction that is next to it, like right here. So I do that when I'm falling, just because it's not that important, but the fiery globes have a faster attack animation, and that makes this part a little bit faster. So ideally they all line up like that, and then you can do the reflects. Now I'm gonna grab MP orbs again, and we should have enough MP to do what I want here. So we're gonna do a blizzard, wait, then start a new combo. Reflects, blizzard, and then do the same thing. Start a new combo, reflects, blizzard, reflects, and now he can either do the punch or he can do the fireball. If he does the fireball, you can do 2 reflect finishers like this, and then at this point I would just do like an air combo, and then you throw an ether because you need to run ether here. If he does the punch, then you do reflects into blizzard. You have to time your reflects really well if you reflect that fireball. So you have to start your 3rd reflex like very early. Earlier than you think. To get that reflect to hit the fireball. Because otherwise, you're going to get hit before you get the last reflect out. So I'll do the fight again after to try to show you the better RNG. That was bad RNG right there. So hopefully that doesn't happen too often. And then we want to line up Sora so that he's facing the puzzle piece. I find this to be more consistent than otherwise. And then do Blizzard. We can do the same thing here. Reflect Blizzard in the same combo. Then reflects. Oh god. I think I reflected late is why that happens. So let's just die here. If that happens in a run, like to recover that, he's gonna charge up his fist, and then you just walk behind him and then do an air combo. Because you have plenty of time to combo him during that. So again, look at the puzzle piece, use that as a reference. And now, hopefully we get good RNG here. There we go. So That's good RNG where he does the punch. And then we do Blizzard straight after, and then throw an Ether. Like that. And that's good. So that's really fast. If he does the fireballs, it kind of sucks. So now we're gonna do the same thing on this guy. It's the same exact strat. And he can also do the fireball, which sucks. And now here, we're gonna throw a Blizzard. Oh, I mistimed it. That's my bad. We throw a Blizzard, and then we're gonna potion Donald to cancel the finisher animation, like we did with the Ether. It just that it requires more inputs because we're gonna have to potion Donald. So ideally, you potion Donald during that. You kind of have to because Donald needs to be alive when you're falling. And so if you get bad luck and you get Fireball on one of these Fat Bandits, because both of them can do it, then Aladdin won't die. And if Aladdin doesn't die, then this will add an anti-point. And that actually matters because you need to remove an anti-point somewhere in Agrabah. So if you don't remove it here, you'll have to remove it in the Lord's fight. So pay attention to if Aladdin is dead or not when you're falling. Because, again, you want him to be dead to remove the anti-point here. And if he's not, then you can it's still fine, but it'll make Lords a bit worse. So now we're going to fall right here where this guy spawns, and then go into Wisdom form. And you want to move towards the other guy. You wouldn't have... Oh, yeah, you're right. I think you could cure Donald. Can you? Met is saying you could cure Donald. I'm not sure if you can. I mean, if you're really, really good at menuing, you probably can, but I'm not sure if it would cure Aladdin. You can mess with that if you want to. It could cure Aladdin instead. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I know exactly why. It's because you've done your second finisher, so cure won't come out until you're done with the animation, whereas the potion will cancel the finisher animation. Because you don't have enough time to cure him otherwise, I think. Unless you do it while you're falling, I guess. But that would lose time, for sure. So if you want to save on potions, then that works. But anyway, so you Wisdom on the Fortune Teller that's on this side. Move towards this guy, and then reflect the bullet in his face. And this reflect is going to hit this guy and the other guy. Like that. So that's what happens ideally. It's not that hard to do that. You just want to Wisdom on one of them and then go on the other side and reflect the other guy. Then we do Thunder, Thunder, switch target, do a Thunder finisher. Like that. I'd recommend that you're moving while you do it so that you don't get hit like I did. Because that's probably a bit risky. But that's how you want to end that fight. So at this point, we've gotten like 6 Wisdom EXP because we killed 6 enemies in Wisdom. And that's why it's important that we get the 4 kills at the beginning of Falling segment, because it helps a little bit. And now I jump in the middle, but that requires better timing. You can just jump backwards, which is what most people do now. And then I like to get rid of all the silver rocks first. And then what I do is I revert, hit one of them, and then I find a lot of runners are not good at noticing when enemies are attacking them in this room. So you want to pay really close attention to when you're being attacked. Because especially true for the fiery globes, their jump when they attack you is a lot different than their regular hops. So you want to pay close attention. So this is also very similar to critical mode. But we're gonna do reflect, and then do a fire straight after. So you want to be hitting them with fire and reflect at the sime time, like that. And it's gonna take 2 of them. I almost got my drive back here. So like in this scenario, you could do a fire instead. But I do it like this. Then we go Wisdom as soon as possible. And you should have plenty of Heartless to go Wisdom 3 here to get level 3 Wisdom, because that is the goal of this fight. If you want to play it safer on the Heartless kills, you can just spam fires, but you got to be careful because you get 2-shot. So there are safer methods of doing this. I find this to not be that hard, to just do 2 reflects and 2 fires to get your magic, to get your drive back. But just keep that in mind. So again, pay attention to which ones are attacking you, because you get 2-shot by these guys. I got hit. You can get hit by during the reflect sometimes like that. That will happen. That can just happen randomly. So now we swap out. As soon as you hit Wisdom 3, it's a good idea to revert and then swap out Aladdin. And you want to reflect. Do your last reflect in the middle. This is the same as other categories. So unfortunately, my reflect didn't hit this guy. That's fine. Now we just do reflect into Trinity. Remember, you have Comet equipped, so you have to menu to Trinity specifically. Make sure that you're on the right thing. We do Ultima. Now, I would recommend starting out, you just always do Major Drive. And like you can even do Break to be ultra safe. Especially if you get bad RNG on the damage here, because you gotta pay attention to how much damage you've taken. But you can get away with just Ultima if you get really good damage and you get a lot of hits. Because whenever you do Ultima here, the hits you get from the Ultima are gonna be pretty random. Like sometimes you get none and sometimes you get a lot. So right there I got a pretty good amount, I'm pretty sure. But you can just do Break to be safe. And then if you do a full Trinity like this, it should kill them all unless you got really, really bad luck. Another thing to keep in mind is that you want to do Major Drive. You want to hit all three of them in Major Drive, which should be pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, thank you for the raid, Axel Ryman and 3Jad. Thank you guys. I can't believe the legend Axel Ryman is in chat. You guys can thank him for speedrunning even existing, dude. It's crazy. Man's like one of the first KH2 runners ever. Alright. So in this menu, so after that fight, go into pause menu. Don't walk forward because you'll spawn Heartless. So you wanna sit still. Open the menu. Equip Arrow Spiral. I believe the inputs are R1 up twice. And then R1 up once to get Quick Run. That's all we have to do in that menu. And now I just check to make sure that I'm on Valor, because we're going to be going Valor in this next fight. So I do that during the movement here. And now, here's another thing where you were important, man. And that's all that matters. The pillar that you've built is still important. The way I said that might have been mean. I'm sorry. Alright. So, here's another thing that's runner preference. I believe KBM prefers to do a Comet into Aerial Dive like this. I believe he does something like that. Like, that's probably not what he does exactly. But, that's not what I do. That's not what I think me or VG do. So let me show off what we do. So you jump into his attack and then use Comet like this. And now we can start doing Aerial Dive Comets. Now, there's a lot of positioning that matters in this fight. So, I like to keep... Let's see. I want to kill him around here with that Comet. And then we want to end the Comet. And I want to end the Comet so that it's away from the fiery globes that show up. So, like, kind of like on this side. And, like, ideally... So what you want to do is you want to kill the Blizzard Lord. I forgot his name. You want to kill this one before you spawn the fire guy. So hang on. Let me die and show it off. Reflect Comet. I missed that finisher, which kind of sucks. That's fine. Now I want to kill him like this, like really quickly, as fast as we can. That might have been fast enough. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay, let me try again. I used to be good at this, but it's quite hard. So it's fine if you don't kill him that way, because you can still, like, the fight is still fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just that ideally you do. The reason is because if you kill him first, then he starts his attack instantly. Whereas otherwise he won't. So like this. So like now we can just catch him instantly and then do... I do 1 finisher on the first combo and then 2 finishers on the second combo. And then we can just do it this way for this guy. And then as soon as he's dead, we go straight into Vader form like this. Now, remember how earlier I mentioned that you need to save an anti-point? This is the optimal strat if you had Aladdin dead in falling segment. If Aladdin didn't die and you get bad luck, then you can't go Vader here because Donald is alive and it adds an anti-point. So here's what you do. Let me show you what you do if Aladdin was alive and you still need to lose an anti-point. So in that scenario, you actually do want to kill the fiery globes first, like this. And now we want to move away. I move away, like in this direction, and then do air combos while he's doing this. If you time it correctly, you will probably get hit by this guy, by this pool right here. You can probably time it better to where you don't get hit by anything, but that usually happens to me. And then we want Donald to die during it. So see, because we moved in this direction, Donald was trying to follow us, and he dies to the lava pools pretty easily. So that's like best case scenario right there. And now we destroy this guy, and then we can go Vader because Donald is dead, and it won't add an anti-point. And now, after the starting animation of this guy's attack has a hitbox. It's like the moment that he starts to go down and then come back up, that has a hitbox. From the second bounce, like from the first bounce off the ground onwards, he doesn't have a hitbox. So you can start comboing him in Vader form once he bounces off the ground the first time, pretty much. Just don't try comboing him when he, like, right when he starts, because he has a damage box there. That's why you can reflect at the beginning. So just start the combo a bit later. Then do a full combo with both finishers. We're gonna do the same thing on the other boss. And now we probably have to clean up these guys, so we'll clean them up. And now here, we're gonna do a full combo. And then on the second finisher, we're gonna revert before the ending happens. And then do 2 hits with 1 finisher and then a reflex, like this. And now we're going to heal Donald. And then go into Comet. Now that's ideal. If you're unlucky, then he's going to move away. And this is a fight that I have a video on YouTube. So I would try to link all of the relevant fight. Like, I would link all of the playlists to have different fight scenarios and stuff. But if you get unlucky here, he can move away. And if that happens, then you just have to catch him with Comet the same way. So either way, you're gonna cure Donald and use Comet. But sometimes you'll get unlucky and he like tries to move away and then start a DM. And what you want to do there is just potion as soon as possible and then go straight into Comet. And then after he's dead, you can start Comet Rain. You try to time the end of Comet Rain so that it starts right as he moves down like this. And then we just get as much damage as possible. So on every aerial dive and spiral I'm doing, I'm delaying them so that all the hits come out. Especially for Comet. Not for all of them, but there's a mechanic called damage amplification, which I'm hoping that you're familiar with from crit or beginner. But basically, if you attack with an attack like aerial dive or spiral, usually what happens is that every hit after the first hit will do chip damage. But if something hits it between each hit of aerial dive and spiral, then it'll do more damage because it acts as if that's the first hit again. So during the Comet Rain, delay your aerial dive and spirals and try to get them to hit like while he's getting hit by Comet, because it'll amplify your damage by a lot. And then you should be able to kill him on the second combo here with the second finisher. So let me just show off the fight again. If you get like the most optimal fight. Thank you, B. So let me show off that was like an ideal fight if you... Okay, that was bad. What I showed off was an ideal fight if you needed to save an anti-point. Let me show you an ideal fight if Aladdin was dead during falling segment. So we do that. Ideally, Goofy doesn't kill that guy. So that's unlucky because of Goofy Tornado. It's another reason why Tornado can kind of screw you over here. So if you're lucky, Goofy hasn't killed him yet. And then we can kill the fiery globes on the ground now. And then he'll be just spawned in and you can catch him the same way that we do like in second phase. But this is okay. You just have to react to if he's doing the attack instantly or not. So this is good right here. So he was trying to move away here. Like, I'll try to show it. Sometimes he moves away. Yeah, so he'll move away like that sometimes. It's actually slightly different usually. But by the way, you can guard these. If this ever happens to you, you can guard them. You can't guard the ones from the Blizzard guy. So for him, if this guy does that attack where he summons icicles, you're just kind of dead. But you can get Mickey here, so you definitely should take Mickey, I would say, if you get him. But yeah, make sure you have Comet for the end, because otherwise that part's dumb. You can just read the title, SSK. Title should explain. So I give you Tornado again, which is fine. Yeah, so ideally you don't kill the fiery globes here because you want to spawn him like after you kill the ice guy, so you can catch him like that, because otherwise it makes it a lot more complicated. This is preferred. And then yeah, this is the good RNG here, where he doesn't move away. Then we end Comet, and yeah, it's fine. Just gotta remember to push on Donald as well. And sometimes, like, very rarely, if things go wrong, I think Goofy will die in the first phase when you go Valor form. So you gotta pay attention to that too. And make sure that you potion the right character. Because if you waste, because you only have 2 potions. So you have to potion Goofy and Donald, then you can't, you make sure you don't use it on the wrong party member, because you're screwed then. You don't have once more a second chance on level 1. No, it's because of a mod. It's a mod. Always a bigger fish. This is my first, like, yeah, I'm using a mod to skip the gummies. That's why I'm skipping them. It's a mod. It is a mod. Okay, I'm gonna BRB real quick. I need the bathroom. This one will be quick. I promise. Alright. BRB. He's here to criticize me. Not again, man. Oh no. I'm just kidding. Alright. Wonder if we can get through Agrabah here. I mean, wonder if we can get through the whole game here. Because second visits aren't that bad. I've definitely been, I think I've been less in depth today. Alright, starting Halloween Town here. We're going to swap out Download for Goofy, take out Jack's items, all of them, and then switch to abilities and take off Upper Slash and put on Finishing Leap. Now we're going to summon Genie before we enter the door. That's important. The only reason we have Genie out is to die faster, which I'm pretty sure we still do this on critical mode. So it's the same as crit. Nothing to worry about. Same as beginner as well. Everything's the same, just movement. Never mentioned it, but you don't need AP boost. Oh right, yeah. The way I'm doing menus is not going to be optimal. There's actually a faster way to do, like probably every menu. I'm not doing the exact right optimal inputs. That's just the way I do it. If you want to do the optimal menuing, you can go watch VG Masters menus. Okay, so this fight. Now, this fight is, again, the same as crit, except that well, it's actually not the same as crit. It's probably more similar to beginner, but it's different than both of them. So, the beginning is the same, where you want to slide dash after he sits down. So, you want to react to when he's going to sit down, because sometimes it's fast, sometimes it takes a while. So, that was like a late sit down. Now, slide dash into reflect. Now, we're going to let that combo end, and then mash out the start of the next combo. Reflect, Blizzard, and then do Reflect Thunder to get the most damage possible. And that almost kills him if we get lucky with party member damage. It could even kill him right here. If he's not dead, then you cast another Thunder or Blizzard on him and then kill him. The moles should be dead by now. If they're not dead either, then it's a pretty hairy situation. I'd recommend you jump away from them and just wait for them to come out and then kill them. That usually doesn't happen. That's more of an issue on other categories. But the scariest part is starting the second reflect after the side dash reflect, because you have to wait for the combo to end and then start a new combo. So that reflect requires you to be very fast. And now I like to face the carousel and then start dance call. I usually do it much faster, so this might not work. But I like to face the carousel, start like that, and start dance call. And now, the way I do this is that I want Jack to be like in the middle. So I kind of like I try to move Jack to be in between these guys. And now what I do is that it's hard to describe how I balance these two, but I try to like move in the direction. I try to move so that I'm always in the middle of them. So right now they're both getting hit. If you have to pay attention, and if they're not getting hits by this part of dance call, then you have to start doing synchronization in the limit. So you always start a triangle. You should know that by now, and if you've run this game. And but ideally you don't do it until the very end. So you pay attention to their health. Once it gets to about here, I'm not exactly sure like the amount of HP I do this at. I just know I do it from muscle memory. So you can practice this, but you do synchronization and then stop the limit. And I did it a bit earlier there. But if you end the limit at the right time, then you get an insta end, and you skip the ending animation. So this animation right here skips until this point, if you do it right. And this like animation skip, there's a few of them in the run, or two of them, I guess. This one is like pretty easy in my opinion to get down. The only hard part is making sure that they're both getting hit by the dance call. And then you have to time your synchronization and then end the limit. And if you end it on the right frame, then it'll work. I can't actually explain exactly why it works. It probably has something to do with ending the limit, like, right as the fight ends. But, yeah, that's how you do that fight. And then again, if it goes wrong, So let me show you if it goes badly. Thank you, J Smart. Sounds good, Haru. So that was a really late sit down again. Okay, see, the guy's not dead yet, but he'll probably die to this, yeah. And now that was a quick kill. Lined us up. So right there, Goofy almost touched the guy on the right, the toy box on the right. You don't want them to get hit by anything. So if Jack throws out a Blizzard here, then it kind of ruins the dance call. And you can't really position them, because they need to be positioned really well for this to work. So if they're not positioned well, like let's just try to purposely mess it up. So now they're not positioned well anymore, and they're not going to get hit by it at the same time. So what you want to do in this situation, just use synchronization. So it's triangle X, repeat that. And I'm actually not that good at this, because it's easy to make synchronization whiff. So I think kind of like moving away and then doing it is like the way to do it. But yeah, you want to kill them with that. If they're not getting hit at the same time, then you want to do that, because otherwise they're not going to die at the end of the limit. So it's important that they die like that. That's if you don't get the lineup right for dance call. Now we continue on to Prison Keeper. In which there are multiple openings to teach here. He's ready for 3 different openings to learn. Alright. So Prison Keeper has 3 different openings, because you can eat either kid. Best RNG is Barrel, worst RNG is Shock, and Lock is fine. So that's Shock. This is worst RNG. But it's okay as long as you do this strat right. So you have to pay attention to which one he eats. If he does Shock, you do 4 Thunders here. And that Thunder is supposed to knock him down right here. And now we're going to do an air combo with 2 finishers like that. Oh, okay. Maybe we should do 1 finisher. Do you get that? Do you do 1 finisher there, VG? So one thing to keep in mind is that I tested this with the Revenge Value mod. Actually, I could probably use it right now. Wait, what do you mean pay attention? I'm pretty sure that is random, because his Revenge Value was not hit there. But maybe 1 finisher doesn't do it, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess I see what you mean. You would use it on a lot of damage. Alright, let's see what we get here. Okay, so for Lock, this is what you do. Reflect. When you reflect back a projectile, there's a weird mechanic in this game where it gives you a combo master. So now we're gonna go straight into an area dive from this. And ideally that reflect hits, because it did right there. Sometimes it'll whiff. If it whiffs, that's totally fine. You lose out on some damage there. So then do another combo with 2 finishers. Do it again here. Try to get as much as you can. Now I like to do another reflect air combo, but the much safer strat is just to do reflect and then dance call right here. If you're gonna do this, you want to time your dance call until after the fireball hits Prison Keeper, because then it'll suck him in. If you try to do dance call too fast, then he'll get hit by the fireball during the dance call, during the startup of dance call, and that will prevent him from getting hit by the reflex. So you want to do it this way, and then we just do synchronization again. At this HP amount is when you'll switch phases. Ideally, you don't do the second synchronization to get here, but if you have to, then you have to. It's fine. Just that we are gonna get through this entire next phase with dance call, and ideally without the finisher. We're probably gonna have to use the finisher here though. So your dance call damage is kind of a mystery. I know one thing is that you don't want to move away from Prison Keeper during this. But sometimes you get more damage, other times you don't get as much damage. You also want to be delaying your synchronization delay synchronization throughout the limit. So I try to time it so that I wait for the limit gauge to move down a certain amount, and then I do the next one, because it does more damage if you delay at least a little bit for each synchronization. But again, that's something you should know from other categories. Now, this damage is going to be tight. If you're in a corner, like, this position should be fine to start dance call. Yeah, so, like, you see how he's in the corner and I'm kind of outside of it? That's good. If he's, like, behind me right now, like, if he's behind Jack and Sora at this point, then the finisher is likely to whiff, and that's really bad. And that requires, like, some really good positioning based on, like, where your dance call is. So you have to pay so I try to, like, drag him to the corner during dance call to get this finisher to line up well. I would say if you're in the middle of the room, it's a lot harder to get the finisher to hit, so I definitely recommend you go in the corner. Sometimes you can still whiff in the corner too. It's really hard to explain the exact, like, way to get him to get stuck in the corner. Generally, like, putting Sora in, like, next to the wall is a good way to make the end of dance call hit Prison Keeper. And yeah, so he was in the corner perfectly there. So we're gonna go Vader form. And now we're gonna do inside combo. It's important to do inside combo because we don't want to get shock on the next phase. So you're gonna do this for every... you're gonna do this as long as you didn't get shock. If you got shock, then you don't need to do inside combo here. And the reason we want Vader is just to get our magic back. And now when we start dance call, make sure that you're facing Prison Keeper. And also don't do it like on the corner right here, because I think this is gonna whiff. So you want to be like on the left here, and then face Prison Keeper. And this should work. If you're not facing Prison Keeper, then it's not gonna work. And now we do synchronization again. And now we're gonna end it. You don't need to do a finisher there. We're gonna throw 2 ethers. Now you want to be far away when he starts last phase, because that will always trigger him to do the fireball. So if you're far away, he'll always fireball here. Now you want to walk in closer, and then do reflect into an air combo like you did if you do if you get lock phase. And do 2 finishers. We do another combo with 2 finishers like this. It's a little scary because it retaliates like that. Don't worry, it should be fine. If it's not, you can be mad at me. But if you do those 2, and then you do reflect, you can go straight into reflect dance call. I like to do a thunder to be cheeky, but you can just do reflect dance call. And now we just do the full dance call, and that should kill him. When you do that reflect, I delay it to where, like, I start reflect basically like right before I get hit by him. That is pretty risky. So to be like ultra safe, you can just do straight reflect into dance call. Like, don't even think about it. Just reflect dance call as soon as you land on the ground, because you can't do it on the air. Yeah, that's a pretty fast fight right there. So, oh yeah, Jack can die there. Let's start from the beginning here. Okay, we got lock again. We have to retry. I think this works. Is this gonna give me the same RNG? Hold up, I think we just got lucky. Wait. I don't think that's right. Is it? I feel like I practiced with this and it didn't happen. Wait. Okay. So we got shock again. Let's show off shock. So remember, 4 thunder. So we're gonna do 4 thunders here. 4th thunder is gonna knock him down right here. We're gonna do an air combo with 2 finishers. And now, sometimes he will randomly retaliate early, which is what happened earlier when I was trying to show this off. Most of the time he doesn't. If he doesn't, then you just do another air combo like this with 2 finishers. And you want to time these so that you get hit by that on purpose. And then you do another air combo right here. And now when you do that air combo, it's important that you are you knock him this way. So you want your combo to be in a position that knocks him towards here. If you knock him in the corner, then it's going to be a lot harder to catch him with this stance call. I'm not sure why he instantly went back up. We can do it this way. So you're able to start dance call as long as he's either staggered from the finisher or he has started his attack in the air. Don't start it when he's coming back up during the spiral. That's why I delayed that dance call start. So you can react to whether or not he goes back up or whether he's staggered. And then start dance call because you want to catch him with the dance call. And again, you have to be facing him when you start dance call, otherwise it's not going to catch him in time. At that point, you're okay to start doing the limit. And here we're going to ultra delay our dance call hits to do maximum damage because if you got shock phase, it's pretty tight on trying to hit the phase transition at the right time. So try and hit the transition right here. So I might not hit it. We need to have really good damage here. Okay, we did. That was very good damage. If it doesn't hit, you can do an air combo and YOLO, like, hope that the air combo gets there, because sometimes you're still able to hit it. And now we go Vader form. Because we got shock, we don't need to worry about using inside combo. We can just start dance call. I would recommend you just start dance call immediately, like as soon as possible, because you can immediately stagger him right as he becomes vulnerable like this. And then we can just go straight, and this will be the same as the way I showed it before. So from here on out, the fight is the same. The only difference was the way that we got to this phase, depending on the kid that we got prior. So right here, Jack can die. Jack can die right here. It doesn't happen to me very often, but Jack can die. And if Jack does die, then what we can do is reflect and then just potion Jack. So you just gotta be really careful. But pay attention to if Jack is dead or not. And then you can start dance call. That is true, yeah. So if you want to make sure the MP comes back at the beginning of last phase, because as you saw, it's pretty tight when you throw to 2 ethers. I don't think I've only had issue with that sometimes. But yeah, you need to make sure you have enough MP. You need to make sure you have MP so you can reflect the fireball in last phase. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so here's Barrow. This is best RNG. Reflect. I like to stand left. Like, you saw the movement I do there. Try to mimic that because you want to move into a specific spot here. Because otherwise, that bite will whiff entirely and it sucks. Reflect, Blizzard, Finishing Leap. Do 2 finishers. Lands. You reflect, Blizzard, Finishing Leap. Lands. And then do reflect, Blizzard, Leap. Single finisher. And that's enough damage. So do that combo. That combo should work out every time. It's not that hard. It looks a bit scary because he's charging up. But as long as you do everything correctly, it should be fine. And there's a pretty quick way to get to next phase. Do this like before. Oh, VG's telling me you can stand still instead of moving left like I did. Which I have not done, so you can blame VG for that if it doesn't work. And the limit, go into Valor. You can move away from the swipe, or you can try to time the swipe so that try to time your Valor so you have iframes during the swipe. Right there, I didn't feel comfortable being next to him because you don't want to get hit by that. If you get hit by that swipe attack, then it kind of ruins the inside combo. So just make sure you avoid getting hit by that. And then again, make sure you're facing him, and then start dance call. And yeah, so you want to end this early. Like, so I'm ending it like right as I hit the gate, which is right there. You gotta pay attention to when the HP gates are. And that's so that you can get your MP back in time. So you have MP back, plenty of MP here. Plenty of time. Now, I believe VG does a thing where he literally just does reflects like this at the very beginning of last phase and then goes straight into dance call. And that's how he does the fight. I find that to be very, very risky because you need a lot of damage. Like, you need to get maximum dance call damage. So that will prevent Jack from dying if you have that issue. But that's just not the way I do it. So yeah, so right there, I moved towards the wall because that will give me really good damage on the dance call finisher, hopefully. Because as you saw, even though I was at the wall when I ended the limit, it pushed me like outside of Prison Keeper, and that it should be pushing him towards the corner. But even then, the damage is pretty bad. So dance call damage is hard to get right. Got it. Thank you. Bye. Reflect combo and then that's gone. Wait, do you do it sometimes still or no? I'm gonna go watch your record, dude. Hold up. Hold up. What RNG did you get? Oh, you got shock. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is interesting. That's really a good case study here. Yeah. So I just want to show off like another scenario here. Because shock is the worst pattern. Purely because it's so hard to get the phase skip when you get shock. If you do the strat that I showed you, it should be okay. But this is a good example here. Oh, so, hang on. So, this is from the current world record. Get shock. You do the opening the same way, as I mentioned. So, 2 finishers. Another combo. 2 finishers. You got hit. So, see, I try to line it up so that my finisher will knock him on the right side. But unfortunately, the lineup wasn't well here. So now you knock him towards the corner. And this is the danger with this finisher, is that he gets knocked down here. So what VG did is he ran backwards and then did dance call like this. And that was able to catch him. So if you don't knock him away from the corner, then you have to do it this way. And like he might go back up instead of like sitting there. And then again, you have to start dance call at the right time to catch him. You can't start it like while he's going up, otherwise he won't get grabbed by it. And I think that's all I wanted to show there. Let me see if okay, yeah, you did. Wait, you actually did the whole thing here. Wait, you did my strat, dude. VG just did the exact strat that I do. Just missing the thunder. Okay, I thought you didn't do that. When did you stop doing that? I thought that you didn't like it because it was like not safe for you. I thought you just did. I thought you found out the other way to be safer. Hi, Haru. Alright. Make our way back to Oogie Boogie. Regular movement. Okay, yeah, just a timing issue. Alright, Oogie Boogie. I mean, it's probably just about as scary as critical mode.
That's right, away you go.
You don't always need to use thunders on Oogie, but you might as well to get your drive back before you shoot the presence at him. So it improves your drive. The RNG that you get between each set of presents is completely random, and it can lose you up to like 6 or 7 seconds. I'm not sure, actually, maybe like, I don't know. I'm not sure the exact numbers. It can lose you a lot of time, so just keep that in mind. Game sucks. So nothing to worry about here. This is good RNG. If he does punch here, you have to delay the last present. This is all stuff. It's the same as other categories. And now, ideally, you get Jack to do a fire here. So if party members are not damaging him, then you can't do damage amp. If you can't do damage amp, then you're gonna do combo with 2 finishers, combo with 1 finisher, and another combo with another finisher. That's how I do it if you don't get damage amp. Right there, I had a lot of damage because of party members. But that's the combo that I do. If you do get damage amp, then you can probably get away with 2 combos, and one of them the second one or both of them having 2 finishers. But the important thing is that you're comboing him in such a way that you're knocking him towards the gate here. So that's why I was delaying mine by quite a bit, so I could get the positioning right. And that'll give you your drive. And now, I summon Chicken Little after the first gift comes out, like this. I think other people do it at different times. So, let me actually pull up... I'm gonna pull up VG again. I want to see... I believe VG summons at a different time. The timing, I don't think matters very much at all, but it might matter a little bit. Yeah, so VG does it after the second present, which might be when most people do it. So this might somewhat matter if you get bad RNG, which I will attempt to explain here. But you have to look out for which enemies you get in the presents. This is good luck, where we don't get any emerald blues. If this happens after the last present, we go straight into FPS mode, walk into the corner, and then end it right after their fist punches, like this. And that should keep them alive. But this is scary because now you can die to them. So you gotta watch out for this guy right here, because that attack will kill you. So I like walk away from him and see what happens with the party members. They should busy him, and then we can throw that present. Or sorry, and then we can run. We don't need that present. I don't know why I was thinking that. you can just quick run over here. Swap out Jack, because you don't want them to die. It's not as big of an issue on level 1 because they don't do much damage. But make sure that they're not dead. So swap out Goofy because he's damaging him. And then I like to swap out a party member if he's on that platform. So make sure all the party members are on this platform. Now, after we do this, we're going to go into Dance Call. This Dance Call is going to suck in that other gargoyle, and that's gonna keep him alive so that we get the second present skip. So don't worry about hurting him like you would in the other categories. Now just use Dance Call on Oogie, and that guy will stay alive no matter what. Now we can go in here. So phase 3 is going to be the same as every category, except that, no, it'll be the same, except that the ending you use Dance Call. So I'll show it off, but first let me show Emerald Blues real quick.
Nice view from up here. That's right, away you go.
BG's still here, dude. He's spying. I knew it, dude. He's booted up KH2 on the beginner mode difficulty and just waiting. Alright, so here we're gonna get damage amp. So we can do 1 combo 2 finishers. Super delay our aerial spiral to get a maximum damage amp. I messed up there. And then do another combo, and that's perfect. It's good damage. Should be good enough. Alright, let's see if we get Emerald Blues here. Alright, Alright, no armor blues, that's fine. So again, walk to the corner. End the limit so that he whistles again. That's why we do that. And then right here, he can kill you, so watch out. Swap out Jack. Oh, I went to the wrong thing. If you go to the wrong platform, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can just go back. Pay attention to where the platform's going. This is pretty weird now because Donald's dead, but that's fine. And just continue like normal. Like normal. The cat from Garfield. You have any Garfield stands? It's a high Zigbar 13 arrow gun. Am I getting the same art? Oh no, I'm not. Alright, so yeah, when you get the punch, you delay the last present. Oh wait, that's not it. Oh maybe I'm getting the same RNG. That would suck. Wait, what happened there? Alright. Oh my god, we're not getting emerald blues.
Nice view from up here. That's right, away you go. That's right, away you go.
We need to get emerald blues here for me to show it off. Need to get unlucky on purpose. So right here, the party members were preventing me from comboing him correctly. I think it's worth trying to reposition your combo so that you can knock him towards the gate, because if I continued my combo before that, it was going to knock him away from the gate, and it takes forever for him to walk there. So I really prioritize knocking him towards the gate there. You just have to pay attention to your combo and see if it's going to work or not. We're not getting it, man. The one time I want to get them. Actually, I'm curious if VG got them. Let me check. No, I didn't. Always lucky.
That's right, away you go. That's right, away you go. I'll squash you flat. That's right, away you go. That's right, away you go. I'll squash you flat. That's right. Somebody come
Yeah, it was enough. Alright, we got any emerald blues in chat? Any emerald blues? Any blues? Any emeralds? Any bluey? Any blueies here?
Hope you like the boogie gift I picked out for you. Right. That's right, away you go.
Oh my god, we're not getting them. Wild. I don't know if it's just bad luck or what. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nice view from up
Is that a blue book?
That's right, away you go.
It's not an emerald blues, dude. It might be patched, yeah. It's funny because, like, I get them so freaking often in runs. It's crazy. Classic video game. Hey, Austin.
That's right, away you go. That's right, away you go. Body crashes.
Alright, let's see.
I'll swap you flat.
Roll the dice here.
Hope you like the boogie gift I picked out for you.
Give me strength.
That's right, away you go.
Okay, we got Emerald Blues. So if you get Emerald Blues, you can go into FPS mode. Now, he should come after me right here. Now, we're going to hit him right under the fist. You can see the shadow of the fist, and that's when you shoot him. Because he won't die if he has the shield up. So you want to go into FPS mode, shoot him when he's under the fist. He'll die to that, and then end the limit. And now, if you did it right, if you did it well, the gargoyle won't die to the fist. And you can still do prison skip. So the reason that we want him alive is to do prison skip, which saves time, because he doesn't summon presence on the second wave. If he does summon presence, then it's fine. Like, I'll show you, even if he does summon presence here, it doesn't make a difference. You just make sure that Jack is in the party. Make sure he's alive, because sometimes you have to potion him. If you have to potion him, then do it this way. And then go straight into dance call. And now it's fine, because even though they're here, we use dance call to kill him anyway. But now we don't get the second presence skip either, so it loses a lot of time. And if you get 2 Emerald Blues from the first 2 presents, then try killing both of them, and the fight's gonna be really scary. Like, do what I did for the one, but do it for both. And it's very easy to die in that situation. So I would just like try everything you can to survive at that point. Remember that guarding the Emerald Blues is possible. You can guard his arrow attack. So yeah, now we don't get second present skips, so we have to wait for these presents, and then we can go through. Pay some attention to where this spot is, because sometimes the gate will take you to the other one. It's pretty rare, but it happens sometimes. Just pay attention to that. And now the rest of the fight is the same as the other categories, really. Just ignore the lightning. Use the iframes from the reaction commands. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, it's your mummy. Yeah, so the same as always, like, I don't think there's much to explain here. If you should know how to do this, if you run the game before. Potion Jack. Don's in my party, which is making this really awkward. I couldn't swap him out because he was dead, but just remember that you have Comet on, so you have to move down to Dance Call if that happens. And there we go. Use Dance Call on Oogie Boogie here. Sometimes Jack will be dead and you have no potions, and you have to do air combos there. If you have to do air combos on Oogie there, just make sure to not knock him towards the spikes, because that'll be slow. And it'll take forever, because the air combos are slow. And that is a lot of mid-game down. Now we're moving on to Berserkers. Berserkers actually isn't that scary. So if you didn't do the customized thing before with Magnet, then just make sure Magnet is equipped right now. And summon Genie before entering here. And then also switch him to Wisdom if you can. Now what we're going to do is, I'm not great at this timing, but you want to delay the beginning of the limit a little bit. I did it wrong there. It actually worked out just fine. Oh no, I missed. See, I missed. One of these have a lot of health. See that guy? You want to do like about equal damage to all of them at the same time.
Give me strength.
Make some room.
So we're going to start the limit. We're going to delay a little bit and then start it like this. Like probably right about when he comes out of the grounds. Now we're going to target switch to this guy slightly after that. So this is all like timing based. I think around the time I did it was okay. Don't do the rest of the limit. We're going to reflect these guys. And now I delay that reflect as much as possible. Because if any of these guys do the jump attack like two of them did, then they're not going to get hit by the end of reflect sometimes. Like this guy, I'm not sure if he got hit by it, but was very tight. So you want to delay that reflect as much as you can to make sure it catches all of them. Because you want them all to die to this reflect right here. So ideally they all die here. If they don't, I stand right here and then try to kill him around this spot. Because you want to be in this spot when the Berserker spawns. Because see how we're like right next to the Berserker? You want to be here when he spawns. So we can do a reflect, magnet on the Berserker, and then use the limit right away. And now this is not hitting the other Dusks, unfortunately. Probably because my positioning was slightly bad. The Dusks spawn relative to where Sora is, while the Berserker spawns in the same spot every time. So you want the reflect to hit the Dusks if you can when you do reflect magnet. It's fine though, because you can still recover it. You just do another magnet and then do the limit. So you're going to always do this, other magnet and limit. And now the cleanup will be dependent on how much damage they took. And you can just do this however you want to. I'd recommend doing finishing leap and then an air combo like this. And now we're going to dismiss Genie here. I recommend that you throw an ether if you're not quick to react to your MP. So like right here, I have enough MP to do magnet. If you don't have enough MP to do magnet, you're going to throw an ether. So like to be safe, you can just throw an ether no matter what. But you can save an ether here if you have enough magic. You get it from the MP orbs from the Dusks, so you just gotta pay attention to how much magic you have. And now, I do a jump into Magnet Trinity. They're really high up. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, so that was pretty risky. If you get a bad Magnet Trinity, what you can do... I did Ultima, by the way. That should be obvious. If you get a bad one, you can still recover it with Major Drive. I would not recommend using Break, because then the finisher won't go off on them. But this might kill them still. So even though it didn't kill them, you can still kill this guy if there's only one left. If there are multiple left, then you're in a really bad spot. I mean, there's not much you can do because you don't have enough ethers. If you save the ether earlier, you can double ether and then do Comets, which is a good backup. But yeah, I mean, there are times where, like, if you mess up that Magnet Trinity, you're probably gonna die. So just keep that in mind. You can guard this like that if you're in a corner. You have to be in a corner to do it. So yeah, this fight is very scary. Let me show you. So that was like the risky Magnet Trinity strat. If you want to be less risky, you can do something different. And now show that off. No, S'more, that's not in the speedrun. No Floppa. Reflect. I got lucky there because they all were on the ground. So it was really easy to hit them all. Although this guy still survived, unfortunately. Reflex, Magnet, Limit. So see, they all got hit by Reflex. So this should be good damage. You would think. Although, you never know. So just pay attention to the damage and everything. So that right here, one finishing leap kills them all. And I definitely have enough magic right here. I can tell just by looking at it. But you have enough for a magnet, so the safer strat is to quick run away and then magnet Trinity. I did it way too late. You can watch KBM do this. But there's an easier strat to just do quick run magnet Trinity on the grounds to position your Otama instead. Oh, nice, Armin. I would like to know how as well. This might cure everything. Yeah, okay, so that's ideal right there. I think it's good to delay that reflect a little bit, because then it's more likely to hit the dusks. Remember, another magnet into limit. This probably kills everything. Oh, okay, he didn't die this time. So, to be safe, you can just use another limit. But, oops, the issue with this is that if you kill everything in this wave with this third limit, then it's gonna ruin the magnet Trinity, and I'm not sure what you do at that point. That would be really bad. So be very cautious about that. Probably a better way to back that up would be to throw an Ether and then just thunder the Berserker. So we're gonna throw an Ether here. Now we're gonna quick run away, magnet Trinity. So that's a safer way of doing it. I think I still timed it wrong. I'm not used to doing it that way, but this might still kill. Yeah. So that's a way. Those are two different methods of doing that fight at the end. The main important thing is that you get the magnet Trinity to kill. If the magnet Trinity doesn't kill the Berserkers at the end, it gets very spooky. So definitely practice doing that. And again, that's something you should learn from other categories. I don't do randomizer, dude. What is randomizer?
Donald's right, you know.
So it's all
Gorge, I didn't mean.
Donald's dead, you know. We are learning today. Well, you guys are learning. I'm not learning shit, man.
You're right, Chipper.
Okay. So, on your way to the skateboard at the end of TT2, like after you beat Berserkers, you can pre-menu your drive menu to Wisdom, so that you can instantly do a quick run into Wisdom form and then mash the crap out of fire. Like that. So that's like the quick way of doing that. If you don't want to do any of that, because that's really risky. Like, that's hard to do. Then you can just like jump, go into Wisdom, and then do fires. So that's just like a really quick movement that you can do. Now the movement's going to be the same as every other category. You can do Reflect up there. You can also do Thunder up there, which I like doing. I hate carpets. I like carpets, dude. It's quick running over. The movement I did right there was unoptimal, by the way. Just so you know. You can like movement, it's good to optimize your movement where you can, if you're trying to save every second. Now, what I like to do to make this simple and clean is you do a slide dash right away into a limit. It's important that your slide dash hits twice. You can tell by hearing it, and then go into limit form. Don't go in limit too early. Also, don't swing your Keyblade too early. So I didn't I didn't mash it as the game loaded in. I waited a second. Because you have to wait, like, very slightly to get the lock on, and then you can do the slide dash. And then you do triangle to end it. That's what you do on beginner mode. Alright. Okay. Now, this minigame... the same as every category. Just reacts to where it is. Actually, a fun fact is that where it spawns, if you quick run one quick run left, it should always be around this spot. Like, nearly every time it'll be around here. So it's probably gonna be, like, right here, yeah. That's, like, a good tip to know. So just quick run once left, and then you'll see that it'll be, like, still pay attention to where it is, because you need to know, but it should be around where you are. I'm not sure what you mean by that, S'more. Like, have I recorded a separate run? No. Okay, so we're going to skip Stitch here. Stitch doesn't matter. Don't worry about Stitch. I mean, you can grab him if you want to do, like, some really, really old strats, but I won't be covering that in this tutorial. Sadly, we're doing the hard stuff in this tutorial, except for Light Cycle. So here, same as every other category, except that you do less damage, slightly less damage than on crit. So this is like worst RNG. I try to stall until they're both together, and then I do a charge like this. Oh, but see, I did it late. You have to time it well so that you do it like as soon as you can. And now reacts to where they are and die. That's usually what you try to do there. You try to die to that fight. Yeah, your strength stat does matter here. Okay, so actually we got the same RNG, so I can show it off again. This is the right way of doing it. Like that. You have to kill them separately, that's okay. Turn and then kill the last one. That fight is just RNG where they spawn. And now, I'm not really gonna go over Light Cycle here, because like there's other tutorials that you can watch to learn this. Like I'd recommend you watch a crit tutorial. I'll go over it like briefly. I'm doing the safe strat, so there is a harder strat you can do. I'm not sure if there's a guide on that anywhere, but if you watch VG's run on PC modded, he'll do it. But it gets more boosts basically because you can do damage boost, or like you can do like a hit boost. Right there, I didn't kill this guy, which is silly, but it's fine. You want to kill both of those guys before you turn. Then we just sit here. They just don't hit you because the shields are stopping it, I'm pretty sure. You can deflect this guy if you want to. That's the boost you can get. You can get more of them if you do the faster strat, but it's a lot riskier. Another fun fact, you can hold down R1 and L1 to like insta move. Like it doesn't matter if you tap it or hold it down. So I hold down the button. I'm gonna press. Now we kill this guy. It takes 2 X's to do it. Then you can get the boost right here. That was a good boost right there. I timed it well. Kill this guy with a charge. That guy always gets hit by that wall, and then you can hit them both with the X's right there. Do 2 attacks on them. I think on crit it only takes 1 attack, so it might be slightly different than what you're used to. But all you have to do is just do the extra attack. It doesn't really change too much. Here we do the charge, turn. And then I kill 3 of them right here, and then I try to get a boost from this guy. If not, it's okay. Very rarely there's going to be a enemy right here. If there's an enemy right here, then most of the time charging it is the best idea. But you gotta watch out for that, because you can die here. You die in 3 hits, but most hits are gonna do 2 hits. So just keep that in mind. And now, we're gonna do the menu here, where we take Tron's Ether, his potion, and then we put on... Sorry, I'm blanking here. Hang on. I think it's just Follow the Wind, right? It's gotta be, yeah. Hang on. Yeah. You put it on Master. So we take off Tron's items, like I said, and we put on Follow the Wind on Master. Now, this is important to have it on Master, but I'm gonna warn you right now that I recommend you do Follow the Wind for 1k, and if you're gonna do that, then don't put this on Master yet. You'll put it on Master in PR2. But if you want to have Hero's Crest for 1k, then put that on before 1k. Like, it's argued between, like, a lot of top runners think that it doesn't matter, because you're gonna die to 1k from a combo regardless if you have Follow the Wind or not. But I do think it makes it safer. Like, there's definitely fights where Follow the Wind will save you. So, only do this if you are willing to do 1k without Follow the Wind. Let's get that in mind. And then also put on the Ether right here in this menu. So now you have 3 Ethers and 2 Potions. And now we continue. We're gonna summon Genie right before entering the door. And then we're gonna swap to Master Form as we're coming towards here. And now, for this minigame, we're gonna move forwards. It's more like forward left a little bit, I think, to be better. Yeah. But we're gonna move forwards, and then when you're like decently up the ramp, like probably around here, this should be a good... Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. That's fine. You want to do Magnet Master Genie limit right there. So let me show it off in action here. Move up as much as you can without targeting an enemy. That's like the ideal way of doing it. Except that was a really bad limit. So you want to get like enough orbs during that. So maybe I went a bit too far up. Don't forget to level grind here. Oh. So we're gonna move up like this. Okay, I think I moved too high up. You probably want to move around here. This should be good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I didn't realize how strict it was. You want to be... Your positioning matters a lot here. So, like, that's ideal as you kill all of them like that. Move backwards. Use the RC right here. And now I'm going to quick run forwards here and wait until my lock-on goes away. And now we're going to do Magnet Arcana again. And now what we're going to do is dismiss Genie during the quick run. And now we're going to use the RC. And it's actually important that you're as close to this RC as possible when you do the RC. So you want to be like as close to the wall, to the corner as possible. Because that will make these guys spawn. I also moved the camera to try to like despawn them faster. I don't know if that does anything. It might not do anything, but I just moved the camera over here. And then this should give you good spawns. So like, see, they're all gathered up. And now you do Magnet Trinity. Make sure not to do Comet or Setup or anything. Then make sure you have enough orbs as well. And now we quick run over here. And then we're fine. Please let me die, man. Okay. Okay, let me show you what happens if you don't get a good Magnet Arcana. Okay, see, so we have enough orbs right here, but if you don't have enough orbs yet, then you want to grab the orbs, and like you want to avoid getting hit too, of course. But you can move around and grab the orbs if you need to, and then you can just do another one. This makes it a lot like scarier, but you can still work with it. So now we can still do the Magna Arcana. This should kill everything. Like, as long as you're not locked onto anything, the Magna Arcana should work. So make sure you're not targeted on anything. And then we can still do this. Just gonna be a lot worse. So then dismiss, magnet. I had to like change up the way I did that because I'm in a different spot. So you have to just pay attention to this. And I got hit. You get 2-shot here, so be careful. And then the fight's still fine. So just showing you like a way you can back it up. Three is okay. Your drive should be fine. Don't worry about your drive there. Like, well, as long as you're at 3 after the comet at the beginning of Hostile Program. So, like, you should always have enough drive. I believe. This strat is okay. I'm warning you right now. This hostile program strat will take a lot of time to get down. It's very hard. So the opening combo is really tough, but we're gonna get through it. All right, we're gonna do it together. We can do it. All right, guys. Just believe in yourself. So you're gonna quick run forward and then start the comet ASAP, because this should position him to the right. Like that. Okay, so he's moving right. Now I use the ground as like positioning for when to jump spiral. And then I think I hit him twice there. So hang on. Let me do it again, because this is hard to do while pausing. So let me actually see if I can pull up a video. I think it is met. I think so. Well, in some ways, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the like how different it would be. Okay. No, it's a mod. It's a mod. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up a video to like better explain this, because I'm telling you this is a hard strat. But again, there's ways to back it up, and you can get through it. We'll get through it together, guys. Alright, so you're going to quick run, like I said, comet. And now I use the floor to line this up, because you want to do your air combo ASAP. You basically want to be as far as possible before starting your aerial spiral, because right here, it's important that... Sorry, let me just look at this again. So you want to start it ASAP. It's important that you start your aerial spiral as far as possible, because this is important to get one hit on the spiral. So see, he got one hit on that aerial spiral. You can't get any more hits. If you do, I'll teach you how to back it up, but ideally you get one hit there. And now he's going to do 2 finishers. After the second finisher, you saw really quickly he went to limit, and he ended the limit right there. So after the second finisher, you end the limit. And now you're going to jump and do an air combo. And that air combo, he's like on the arm of hostile program so that he doesn't get pushed behind him. So you got to position yourself well during that air combo. And you want to do that air combo as soon as possible. So all of these inputs for these 2 air combos have to be like near frame perfects. That's probably an exaggeration, but they have to be very, very well timed. So VG times it, I'm pretty sure. You can see his input display. He might have double tapped, but you need to have really good inputs there. Now, the reason for that is because after that finisher is when he attacks you, and you need to position. This attack will push hostile program backwards in the direction that Sora is in. So he's facing Sora right now. If you're behind him right here, he's gonna get knocked to the other side of the room. But because he's facing, like, his back is to the wall, he's gonna get knocked to the wall and still get hit by Comet Rain. So you do the aerial dive and aerial spiral combo here during Comet Rain, and try to get damage amp during it as well. And then that second finisher needs to break him to get these orbs right here. So it barely hit the HP gate because he has an HP gate right there. So again, these are very precise inputs. End limit, does the air combo. Move, you have to move here to get him to face Sora. And then you do the full aerial combo like that. And then you do the second finisher needs to hit that gate right there. Like that needs to happen for this to work well. So that's how that strat goes, ideally. I'll see if I can show you. Now let me show you how to back it up. Alright, so that's how it goes well. If you get 2 hits, I'm gonna get 2 hits. I think I got 2 hits there. So, see, he's attacking me early. So I can not do the finisher and just move now instead. And I'm gonna lose out on damage, but that's fine. So like I didn't hit the gate. You know how I was saying it's important you hit the gate? It's actually fine if you don't. So you go Wisdom, and then you do Thunder, Thunder, and then you do 2 finishers. Now, you need enough clusters to freeze him. So this is fine. Like I can make this up. You have to be dodging the attack while you're doing this, which you can just learn how their movements are. It's not too hard to dodge them. They do like a slow movement and then a fast movement. So now we can grab the orbs. Now you want to freeze them like towards the middle of the room. And then we can revert and do Comet. And this is to hit the next HP gate. So that is like the way to back up the strat. If you get 2 hits on the first aerial spiral. So you have to pay attention if you get 2 hits or 1 hit there. And then this is a good backup. Afterwards, you want to do Comet Rain when you're about this amount of HP. I think when you're around here on his HP bar, that should be okay for Comet Rain. Oh god, I did a slide dash there by accident. You have to pay attention to that. It's like sometimes he's low enough that you do slide dash. That was completely my fault on the timing. But yeah, if I did the combo right, that probably would have brought him to next phase. But let me show it again. So this is the regular strat, if you don't mess up. So that's how it should go if you do it right. And I was timing my inputs there. And see, we got a lot of damage. We broke the gate. And now... sorry. I completely messed that up. Hang on. Okay, see, I got 2 hits that time. So I'm just gonna wait. And yeah, I still got good damage, but probably want to grab these clusters if you can. And then 2 thunders, 2 finishers. Freeze him, and this should be okay. So like that's the backup. It's not a big deal as long as you notice that you can't do the strat right. And then this should be enough to do Comet Rain. So as you saw there, I did an aerial spiral. That's because I knew that if I tried to do a full combo there, I wasn't going to be able to do another one after. So that was me maximizing my damage along with damage amping during the Comet Rain. So that's good. Oh god. That time I mistimed my input again. Oh god, it's messing up my splits. No, it's not. You just go into Wisdom Met and then do the Thunder stuff. Like, here. Let's say you fuck it up really bad. Let's say he, like, does this. Like, I don't know. Okay, actually, wait, I don't know how that works. That was insane. Hang on. Like, how bad are we talking here? Let's see. So let me show you worst case scenario, alright? So let's say you mess this up. You're like, oh no, I dropped the combo. Ah, what are we doing? Oh no. Ah. So it's all bad. I mean, like, so I still got decent damage. But no matter what damage you get, you should be able to do these finishers. Yeah, okay. I mean, here, let me get worse damage. Let me hang on. Met wants me to show off like insanely bad damage. Okay, so oh no, it's all bad. Yeah, okay. It's like, oh no, he's over there. Ah, it's over. So when this happens, you go into Wisdom. Like, this should still be okay, because I can just do finishers. I can still do another, I can do another double thunder into 2 finishers. And like, I don't have enough magic for 2 more thunders, but I can still do like a thunder. And you want to stun him when he's at about half a bar here. So like, now he's about half a bar, I can still stun him here. And this is fine. So, no matter how bad the damage is, you can still use Wisdom to kill him, to get him down here. Yeah, like, no matter how bad the damage is on Comet, go Wisdom, stay far away, and just shoot him. And that's fine. And like, you can even grab the orbs too. Like, see how the damage might be scary here, so just like grab orbs to make it safer. Because I might barely get him here. Yeah, I didn't even get him. But even this is fine, because you want to like bait him to heal, and that happens whenever you're on the other side of the room. Like, you're basically like behind the halfway point of the room. Like, he has a half of the room for himself. He'll start to heal, and then you can just do air combos. You just have to know his HP gate well, so that'll hit it. Then we gotta walk around. So these are like different ways to handle the beginning here. Now let me show you the best strat. Like, this is if I mess up. Let me show you if you get everything perfectly. So that's really good damage. I got you want to get clusters ASAP here. Now I'm gonna go Wisdom. Now we're gonna do Thunder, Thunder, Reflect, move towards him while you're doing this, then do the RC. And I missed the Reflect damage, so you want the Reflect to hit him. This should still be okay, I think. But it might be really... It might be scary. So if this happens, you can sit here and wait for the comment to start happening. And that gives you more damage. So instead of hitting him after he's unstunned, it's better to wait until your finisher starts happening, because then you can get maximum damage from it. And so like, this is fine. If I had hit the Reflect, I would have done it for sure. But that was like slightly messing up the Wisdom strat. Is it worth reflecting again? No, because he runs away from you. You have to do Thunder, Thunder, Reflects. Like ASAP, because you run away. That's why. So I messed it up there. See how my combo was too slow is why that happens. But again, it's okay. You just have to go into Wisdom and then do this. And so like, this isn't quite enough damage. Now it is. I can freeze him now. But let me just show off. Let me try to do the strat correctly here. So that's good damage. Go Wisdom. You want to get close to him during this. You want to get the clusters and then move towards him, because it kind of delays when he does the shots. And then we do Thunder, Thunder, Reflects, Triangle. And you want to be like right on him when you do it. So this should freeze him. And then we revert straight into Comet. And so that is the quickest way to do the opening there. It's also a really cool looking strat. So I can end Comet here as well. And there we go. So we got him. Now, to do the rest of the fight, we swap out Donald instantly, so mash the button. Or time it if you want. Timing is always better, but I mash it because I'm a pleb. And then throw 2 ethers. Now this is the fast strat. I'm going to show you how to do this without ethers, because ethers are really scarce in this run. So this is another really hard strat that you should not do in your first run. But I'll show it first anyway. So you want to wait on the other side of the room again. And wait until he does this attack. Now we're going to do 2 air combos with 2 finishers. If Goofy does Tornado, you can do Damage Amp with the Spiral. Swap out a party member, and then do Freeze. Now we start Comet instantly. And this should The orbs should be here too, to like give you more time to beat him. But this should be enough damage. I'm getting Aerial Dive because he's in a good spot. But if not, you can just use Aerial Spiral. It's not a big deal. So like that's the fight right there. Now let me show you the easier method. That's like, honestly, that's not that hard. Like that's probably about the same difficulty as the other strat, but it costs 2 ethers, and ethers are really scarce, like I said. So if you want to grab extra ethers to do that, then that's fine. It probably won't be saving time though. But now let me show you the easier strat. Okay, see, so that's fine. So this might be bad damage. But as I showed, it's okay if you have bad damage anyway. Because you can still hurt him when he's regenerating. It's just a lot slower. But I was able to make it work there. Okay, so now, if you're going to do the other strat, it doesn't matter if he dies. So you don't have to worry about the unload. You're going to time this freeze well, which you probably learned in that other, in the speedrun from beginner or crit. Then after an air combo, you can do 2 air combos, I think. Summon Genie. One of them may have to have 1 finisher though. And then switch him to Master Genie. So as he's being, so summon him, do an air combo, switch him to Master Genie, and then start Arcana. Like this. And this lines it up pretty well. And then you grab all the clusters. Now this timing is slightly different, but it shouldn't take too much practice. And it's not a big deal if you're like away from him. You just gotta quick run. Like just go quick run towards him. And then when he's about, I would say I would do another combo here to be safe. But like probably around point, like, you know, 0.7.5 bars ish. Like around there is enough damage to do the Arcana. Maybe just a little bit, like maybe a little bit less, or a little bit more than that. Maybe like 0.6. I definitely overdamaged a bit there. But that's around when you can do Arcana. And then that kills him, and you don't use any ethers. I think the strat is like maybe 6-7 seconds slower than the other strat. So for the ethers, it's definitely worth it when you're starting out 100%. I'm just teaching you some of the hard strats because I'm a silly goose. That's cool, Ethereal. Or, I'm the real. It's cool, I'm the real Genshin. Are you smart blocks? Alright, so that is Hostile Program. So hi, Sumi. What do you mean Bingus heal me? What does that even mean? Do I have the capacity to do Hollow Bastion, guys? I consider the start of endgame to be after 1k. Sizable, yeah. Yeah, I consider early game to be LOD. Like, I think some people consider it to be TR, but I think endgame ends after you beat the 3 worlds at the beginning. And then I think mid-game ends after 1k. Whack? Are you a duck? Are you ducking with me or what? 1k is not half in the speedrun. I'm ducking? Are you a duck? Have you learned anything, Met? Has it been useful? Are you learning, Met? Has anyone learned anything? You learning stuff? Yeah. What's on the screen anyway? Like, what the hell is that? What is that? You're a Kane Adian Goose. It's your mom? I think you meant to say your mummy. Because what is that? What is that? What is that, dude? What is that? Role playing as Roxas? What's up, you duckers? Yeah, it might be Travis Town. Multiple codes today that started with CJ. My codes. Well, I don't do it, Matt. I realize now I shouldn't be. Yeah. I don't do that. I still don't do it. I prefer doing like, why even do it? I forgot now. Oh, it's because, yeah, it's because VG does limit a hostile program. I don't do that strat. I do the strat that I showed right now. Yeah, in quarters I do a different strat. I do the old strat. When do we do 1K? I don't know, dude. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it now. Alright, so here's Hollow Bastion 3. You guys ready? There's a lot of stuff here that will get difficult. Okay, hang on. There's a lot of stuff here in Hollow Bastion that will be runner preference. So if you watch the current world record, I didn't show off. I didn't teach a hostile program strat that record does. So record does a limit form strat, which I have not learned yet. I tried it for many hours. I couldn't do it. So if you want to go into this, you can. Even the strat that I taught was like pretty advanced and hard, but this is even harder, I would say, personally. But the benefit of this is that you get 2 limited XP. So that's nice to have, because you want to have level 2 limit at some point in the run. Before you get to Luxord, I believe. Just nice to have. So it's not like required, but it is nice to have. So yeah, I'm not gonna be teaching these strats that are modern. These are like some of the newest strats in the run right now. And then so the reason I'm bringing this up is because VG also does a different corridors. This is the same as beginner mode. So if you're running beginner, then you should probably know this strat. But you do a magnet. He does a magnet and then another magnet to set up the Trinity. I think some people just do 1 magnet, like Podgy, for example, on beginner. But on level 1, it's a bit better to do 2 magnets. To catch everything, and then you do this, and it's the same as beginner. So you do beginner corridors. You hit an enemy, summon Chicken Little. Oh, this didn't go well in record, I think. Yeah, so this is about what you want, to be in a corner and then use Rising Sun. And then you hope that you kill everything, but because you do less damage on level 1, it's a lot more common that you have to kill something. So yeah, that's that strat. I'll be teaching you the older strat, which involves Genie. So what I'm gonna do is target, summon Genie. I'm targeting the Dancer, and then summoning Genie. So you target with R1, and then target switch to left. And now you react to whatever attack she does. The ground spin attack is good. And then you do Magnet Finishing Leap. And then switch to Valor Genie during the leap. And then do another Spiral if you can. And now... Oh, sorry, I don't have magic. You're supposed to have magic here. It's because I went into the fight with low magic. So we'll short off again here. Target swap. I targeted the wrong enemy. Like, it didn't target the soldier, so I had to target swap right a ton. Does a spin. Go to Vader Genie. Now, wait. And then wait until the dancer falls back down to the ground. And then magnet again into the Vader Genie limit, like this. And now, ideally, that will have killed the Dusks on top of the dancers. But most of the time, it won't have. And that's okay. So what I do is I go to a wall like this, and then do magnet limit, like this. And that should kill the rest of the stragglers there. And maybe get more damage on these guys. And now we're going to do the same exact thing. Go to a wall, then do magnet limit. And it's important that when you're doing this, you do it very quickly because you don't want to target anything. If you target anything when you do the magnet, then it's not going to do much damage. Okay, so this messed up because I wasn't facing towards the enemies. You want to face the nobodies when you do the magnet. So if that happens, you can still clean it up with Goofy Tornado and doing air combos. Like, that would have been fine. You could still continue the run. It's just really bad. It's really slow. So sometimes she'll do that attack. Here, you want to target switch if you can, and then do the magnet, because then the magnet won't be so high up. I don't think I target switched in time, but it still worked out. But just remember that. If it does the jump attack, you want to target switch to like a Dusk on the ground, and then do magnet. If possible. Okay, see, so only one Dusk is alive, which is fine. So we do the magnet. So I couldn't get to a wall in time, but that's okay. So like, I would recommend you basically do one quick run and then magnet and try to do it at a wall. So here I can. And I also move the stick to turn around because now the magnet would do a lot of damage. It's like, now it works. And that's only because I was facing the nobodies before I did the magnet. If you're not facing them, then it doesn't seem to work. Oh, what? Okay. Interesting. Just call me Trisha Howdy. Hey, Trisha Howdy. Oh, oops. It's just Trisha Lamau. Okay, hey Trisha Lamau. Alright.
Let's go.
I'll show one more time. Summon. Okay, she did the jump, so we target swap and then do. And then we do the finishing magnet leap. And then swap. It's trying to target the dancer again is difficult. If you don't target it before the next magnet, it's fine, but it might not die. So it's important that the dancer dies during that. Now again, like, here it's fine. You can take your time to do the magnet. But this on this next wave you can't. On next wave you want to do this. I think that didn't kill everything. Oh, it did. Okay. So yeah, like that's about what you want to happen there. So like that last magnet limit you do, you don't have much time at all. So you have to quick run like ASAP and then do the magnet limit ASAP. And again, make sure you're facing everything when you do it. But the one before that, you do have a little bit of time to line it up. You want to be on the wall, yeah. The side of Sora? What do you mean by that? But yeah, hi Trisha. Hope you're doing good. Please, no more all caps. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, sorry. I think you're right, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I may have misspoke slightly, so hang on. Let's do this fight again. Target swap. Batter. Try to target the dancer. Magnet limit. This might kill everything even. Yeah, so this is ideal, because this will kill in 1 limit, I think. Now, I'm going to warn you. So first of all, this guy is too close by, so I'm probably going to get hit. And I'm going to get the target. Second of all, if I magnet next to a pole like this, like, let me show. So if I do the magnet limit, like, here, like, let's just say I did it right here. That pole is going to suck them to the side of the pole, and they're not going to get hit by the magnet. Like, if you do the magnet next to a pole like this, it's not going to work if they're going to get sucked into the pole like that. So don't do it near a pole. Instead, do it near, like, a flat wall. And yeah, I was incorrect. So, when I said face them, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say, you want to face, like... You want to face... How do I explain this? So the Arcana brings them in a counterclockwise direction to the magnet. So you want it to be... You want to be facing a direction where they'll be coming towards the magnet, like, sooner. So right here, I'm facing, like, this side. I'm perpendicular with the wall on that side. And that should be a good spot for the magnet, like this. So you don't want to face the enemies exactly. You can do that too. I think that's better, like that. And then if you need to, you do the ending of the limit right here. I would not recommend you do the end of the limit for the wave prior. Yeah, that should explain that. And now for dancers, we're gonna instantly summon Genie. And this is why it's important that you keep Genie in corridors. So no matter whatever you do, try to keep Genie. If you can't keep Genie, then it's actually still fine. You can do a magnet and then do a fire like this, and then summon Genie. So you'll probably have to use an extra ether. Like, you can just throw an ether right here. But it's still fine. Like, it's recoverable to get your drive back. Just keep that in mind. If you don't have drive here. It's still okay. Alright. So summon Genie. I target this dancer because it seems to be the best one. Magnet leap. Change the Master Genie during the leap. And then instantly do Arcana like this. Now use the finisher. You can skip it, but just don't even worry about that. Just use the finisher. And now fall on top of the dancer. I try to face, like... I try to be in this spot, where I'm, like... on this side of the dancer, and I'm facing the dancer like this. Because it seems to be really good for getting your creepers in. Your creepers, like, fall into the magnet really well. And then do that second. I would recommend you still do the ending. Because you can skip, again, you can skip this finisher as well, but it just makes it way more difficult. Then we're going to do a magnet, dismiss. Make sure we have enough MP. Then do another magnet into Trinity. Now, if the security system hits them, then they're not going to die to this. But that's okay, you can just do Ultima. And then you can end it if you don't have enough hits to kill them all. So that is the... That's the best way to do dancers. I 100% recommend that. If you watch, like, again, I'll just show off, like, world record. So VG does faster dancers here. Where you end the fight with Genie. Instead of doing the Trinity limit. So you just magnet and then magnet Genie like this. And this strat, I don't recommend because it's like 2 or 3 seconds at best. Like, it's not a big time save. It's literally like if you're trying to squeeze every second. So I'm going to recommend what I did. And he also does wisdom demics. So, like, these are strats you can learn. But I'm not going to go over them in this tutorial. I know I've been showing off really hard strats, but I'm not going to show off these because these are, like, barely worth it at all. But yeah, so that's that strat. Let me show off the strat that you should be doing. Hey, Ames World. Hope you're doing good. Oh, damn, dude, that's crazy. I can shoot us off again. I like to be on this side, do magnet, and then just limit. It's like, the creeper doesn't always die. That's fine. You're gonna do the ending anyway. Target, use magnet. I like to... So I'm moving backwards because the dancers that are not in the magnet will be moving towards you. So if you move backwards like this, just like be patient, wait for them to all get sucked in. And now do this. So if you're very unlucky, the dancer you're targeting will get hit by the security system when you do this magnet. And that magnet will be like a million miles away. And you can't do the Trinity strat that well. If that happens, you're kind of screwed. Probably what you should do is double ether and then do the magnet again. So just like pay attention to where the security system is. And make sure that when you're casting the last magnet, it's not on a dancer that's like being launched up. So you just do major drive and then this should be enough to kill them all. Now here's Demix. Here's Demix. Iconic fight. Fun fight. It shouldn't be too hard. So at the beginning, just do what you normally do in other categories. Use the RC combined with fire. We're aiming for around 30 to like sub 30. It's like between 25 to 30. Again, it's the same as every category. So then you want to... I'm not the best at Trinity positioning, but you want to be positioned in a certain way to get a lot of hits. So I'd probably watch other runners to see... Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 10,000 bits, Toshiro. What the heck, dude? Thank you, Toshiro. Toshiru. I can't talk, sorry. I've been talking a lot today. Thank you so much, man. That's crazy. Thank you. So you want to stand in a good spot to get... like, a good Trinity is above 200 hits. And yeah, a lot of runners have a consistent setup to get that many hits. If you don't get that many hits, it's still fine. It's a bit slower. So I think like around here is probably a good Trinity. And then we do a major drive. So let's see how many hits that is. Probably decent. Oh, it's not actually. It's a bad Trinity. There you go. See, I'm bad at this. It's like, that's fine though. So now we do finishing leap into limit form. And now we're going to do a full ground combo into infinity. And now you want to move backwards. And okay, so you want to position your ground combo so that your infinity is pointing Demix towards a corner. That is like decently important. It's like, this is perfect positioning right here. And now we're going to do the last... we're going to do... I think it's called Giga Impacts. Yeah. Now we're going to revert ASAP. As soon as the game lets you, because you can't revert right away. The game has to wait a bit before you can revert. So learn when to revert there. And now we're going to move over to Trinity and mash Trinity. I just mash it. You can time it. You want to use it like as soon as possible, like this. And now I wait for the limit. See the limit gauge? I wait until it's like probably around the beginning of the M. Maybe, I think I wait more so for like the middle of the M, like around here. And then we do Ultima. And that should give you like a decent amount of hits. This might not be enough to kill. Oh, it was. That was a really good Trinity. So if that doesn't kill, you can just do a ground combo with finishing leap into an air combo with 2 finishers. Or you can do 2 air combos with 2 finishers. So let me try to show off again. Yeah, it's because no one has done a tutorial for level 1, so I'd like to change that. Even though it doesn't have many runners. And Toshiru got the 75k bit badge. That's insane. Thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much, man. It's insane. That was like within the year. That like... Toshiru hasn't been around that long to get that badge. Probably like the quickest speed run in my chat to get it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you if he doesn't die to the Trinity. So that was a good Trinity right there. And that's like, that's great damage. That's what you want from that. And then again, you want to like make sure that he is like you want to make sure that that you're not going towards a wall anyway. Like this is fine. It doesn't have to be a corner. Like the wall is fine. It's just important that when you're doing Infinity, your back isn't facing a wall, because if your back is on a wall, then you won't be able to move backwards to get Giga Impact out to hit him. So again, I mash Trinity here. Now let's say I have a bad Trinity, so like I do it like really early. So that might be a bad Trinity, I think. Might still be good enough to kill. Okay, I barely killed there because my first one was so good.
Dance, water, dance.
Yeah, that was like not long ago at all, dude. Holy cow. It's been like 3 months, I think. Okay, my sound effects are gone. Just ignore that. It's because I'm using the soft reset mod.
Take this.
It sounds very weird, I'm sorry.
Light.
What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by ultimate form. I'm not sure what you mean by still the meta. Because neither of those things... No, ultimate form isn't a thing in this game. And it was never the meta to begin with. So I'm just going to teach you, like, this is bad. Because this is going to send me to the wall. It's like, see, this is what I mean. Like, I think I can still get the infinity out. But, like, if I'm too close to the wall, then it's going to be really bad. So don't do that. Like, it still works, but just be wary of that. And now, again, I'm sorry about the sound effects. Like, let's say this Trinity is really bad. It's like, we're not gonna kill him here. So, like, that's fine. You can do air combo, another air combo with 2 finisher, like that. Now just guard the retaliation like this. And then wait till he's vulnerable, and then do an air combo. So you can just repeat that until he's dead. If your Trinity is bad. So that's how you recover that. Final form? Yeah, final form has never been used in any %. But I'm sure you probably mean like Data Org or something. You do use Wisdom a lot, that is true. In Data Org. Yeah, but you don't, yeah, again, I understand what you're thinking, but you never do that in Speedrun. You only do that in Data Org. It's never been a thing in any %, because you don't get Final Form until after Roxas. I assume you're just conflating the Data Org speedrun.
Dance, water, dance.
Well, that strat kind of sucks, Red Penguin. I know what you're talking about on core,
Take this.
but yeah, that's not very good. I think it's slower.
Take this.
What am I doing? Okay.
Light. It's over. Light. It's over. Light.
We're just gonna get back to FF fights.
Come on, get to the beat.
Oh god, okay, so I did Trinity really late. So here's how we recover this. We're just gonna go straight into the end of the limit here. And now, okay, so like at least we got damage there, but this is pretty bad. So no matter what happens, like if this happens to you, okay, it's fine. Don't panic. Take a breather. We're just gonna do the loop I mentioned. So 2 air combos. If you're on a wall, it's pretty scary because the water pillar right there can hit you. So it's safer to do a ground combo instead. It's like, I'll show you this way. You can do a ground combo with finishing leap, and now you can actually like position yourself to knock him towards the middle of the room so that you don't get hit by that water pillar. And it's like, this is okay. The fight is still fine, just like be careful. And you can even use like Comet if you want to, if your magic comes back. You can Ether and use Comet as well. Like, see, it's still fine. So don't panic. You can still recover. Yeah, it's alright, Rogers, by the way. Now, in this menu, make sure you go to Abilities and turn on Vicinity Break and Flash Step. So you're going to go up to Abilities and then put these two on. And there we go. Now, FF fights are really random. They're very random, and if you die here, you have to redo demics. So your main priority is going to be to survive in these fights. You don't. This is the biggest time loss you can have in the whole game. You have to. I think you lose like 4 minutes if you die here. So your main priority, no matter what, is going to be to survive. But I'll show you what we do. So I like to target this guy and then magnet. Do finishing leap. So I can tell that the shadow on the left is not going to get hit by the magnet. So if I hit him, I try to preemptively hit him to kill him. Because you want everything to die there. And now we do a magnet. Finishing leap. This isn't what I do usually. I do a different strat, but this is a much safer strat. So we do this. And then we try to do the Rising Sun. And line up all the enemies. Like this. So that's like an ideal fight right there. If the Rising Sun doesn't kill everything... Well, first of all, if you don't get the Rising Sun, just hit more Armored Knights until they give it to you. Because they have, like, different animation. They have different retaliations that will give it to you. All of them will give it to you eventually. But this is something you should know from the speedrun. Again, if you've run the game before, you should know these things. And this will be pretty similar to, like, other categories. So, now we're going to target swap. Target and then target swap right to the soldier. And then do Trinity, like this. So you do it without seeing it because of the cutscene, but you just target and then swap to the right. Now we're going to end the limit, clean up these guys, and go into limit form like this. Now we're going to use Sonic Rave. I like to use it in the corner right here to hit as many shadows as possible, because they kind of bunch up right here. So that's fine, and now we revert, and then do a magnet leap. Now your priority is to keep the Morningstar stunned in the magnet. So we're going to throw an Ether after the first magnet, because you're running out of MP. Keep in mind that you could use a Reflect as well. Like, you can Reflect Magnet that instead, but going straight into Magnet might be safer sometimes. And then throw out another Magnet. And now at this point, we're just going to, like, you can do air combos into the Magnet, try to kill the Morningstar. And then magnet the shadows to get rid of them. You can use another magnet here if you want to. I would 100% recommend that you use another ether before entering Tifa. So like right here, I would use an ether. You have enough magic. Sometimes you have enough magic for a magnet and then ether. But trying to throw an ether during Tifa segment is pretty scary because you can die here so easily. So, by the way... if you do get hit, be careful when you potion, because especially in Leon segment, there are so many enemies around you that it's better. I think it's hang on, let me pause on a wait. Okay, I'm trying to pause on a non-lewd frame. So if you get hit, pay attention to what's around you and make sure that like you're not gonna die when you potion. So like knowing when is a safe time to potion is a good thing to know. Like, sometimes throwing a potion right away is going to be the worst thing you can do. So, just whenever you get hit, try to stay calm, maybe quick run away, and then throw a potion. And also, another thing to note is that you don't have item boost. So, for example, like a Cyclone from the soldiers will probably not heal, potion probably won't heal you to full from a Cyclone. So, sometimes you might need a double potion or maybe grab HP orbs. But again, just try to survive. And now we're going to hit... Oh god. We're going to hit one of these guys at the beginning of the platform. And then get a Rising Sun. I try to move to the left so I can hit the other Morningstar, but I'm too far away right now. That's okay. They die to about 2 Rising Suns and a little bit of damage after. So you do very little damage with the Rising Sun. That's fine. So we do all the RCs there. If there's another another soldier, I try to get another Rising Sun, but it's not gonna happen yet. That's okay. So Tifa got rid of a lot of the Morning Stars. If you want to play it like ultra safe, you can just kind of magnet and like chill, like just magnet, because like they can't really hit you from here if they're all magneted. If you're by a magnet, like they shouldn't be able to hit you. So that's what you can do, like to be ultra safe. But I know this is the last wave because we killed, I think, like 3 Morning Stars. I'm not sure how many exactly you kill, but you'll tell you're in the last wave because you'll see the 2 spawn in the middle, and then you also see the shadow spawn. So now we're gonna do, once you see the shadow spawn at the end of the fight, we're gonna do a magnet into Trinity on the shadows, like this. And you can do another break. The reason we do that is to build a drive back, because you want to hit at least 4 drive for Cloud segment. So we have 4 drive and we're good. That magnet Trinity is important to get drive back. If you don't have drive, you can time a vicinity break right here, but it's a lot easier to time a limit form instead. We're gonna do limit form like this and kill all the shadows as he knocks them up. So they're all dead now. Now you're gonna move left here. I do a dodge roll. Revert as soon as you can, and then, so this is the fast strat. You do a thunder on this guy and then use snag, because this will do a lot of damage. It kills everything. Sometimes Cloud will hit that robot, and if that happens, then you can try to find another robot to thunder. But if he hits away all the robots, then it's okay. Like, just use magnets and try to kill everything with magnet. There's a lot of variability in this in these fights. Okay, so if you paid attention earlier, that guy is the first Morning Star that spawns in this fight. And so once you kill that spawn, on top of all the shadows and the robots, that'll trigger the next wave to spawn. But until he's dead, nothing else will spawn. So keep that in mind, because the quickest way to get through this fight is to kill everything, so I can do another snag here. And see, like, this guy's... So that attack was a one-shot, by the way, so don't get hit by that. So, like, now, kill this guy next, and then the next wave will spawn. If I kill any of the other guys, nothing will spawn. Like, I'll show you right here. So, now that I killed him, everything spawns. So, kill the one that was there at the beginning. That's to be, like, really optimal. And once this wave spawns, you can just do Magnet and Magnet Trinity. Like this. And this will give you drive back for 1k as well. His drive matters for 1k. So that is like the optimal way to do Cloud Platform. If you're like afraid of dying, because the Morning Stars have a one-shot. That falling slam attack is a one-shot. So you always want to be careful of that attack. If you want to be really ultra safe, you can just spam magnets. And you should be okay. Like, use magnet, chill in a corner, use magnet, and then wait for the magnet to run out, and then do another magnet, and then chill a bit. Because, like, once Cloud powers up, Cloud will take care of the hardness pretty well. But, yeah, like, and if you get hit by a spin from the Morning Star, you almost are at one shot. Like, you're at low HP, it's almost a one-shot. So, yeah, just keep in mind that, like, this is a big time loss if we die here, and playing it safe is always better than dying. So it takes a lot of practice to get FF fights down. But if you've run crit, you should know how to deal with that better. So here is where I would recommend you put on Follow the Winds, if you didn't put it on Master Form earlier. But I'll show you how to do it without Follow the Wind. Like, it doesn't... The only thing that changes is that you'll have more health throughout the fight. So it's purely a safety thing to have Follow the Wind on. Put on Jackpot right here. On Goofy, and then we continue to 1k. I will make one more blocks, yeah. My mouth is too dry. Authentic Organization 13 Cloak. I definitely don't want that. Why is he jumping? Sorry, I missed a lot of chat. Yeah, thank you, Rogers, by the way. That's cool, Rogers. Okay. So ideally, you enter 1K with like a lot of drive. If you don't have full drive, it's fine. I highly recommend that you reflect before doing snag at the beginning. So most of the time, you'll get a robot. If you don't, then you have to quick run around to get a robot. Like, I'll show you. Let's say he's not here. We have to run around until we find one. So we found one here. And then reflect. Now, this should be, like, you should know this by now, again. But right there is when you can press triangle. If you press triangle any earlier during this animation, you're gonna whiff. Like, guaranteed you'll whiff. So you want to time you want to wait until it's right there and then press triangle. Like, anytime after that is fine, as long as you're not like super late. But anytime before that is not fine. So that's how I time that's how I know how to not whiff on the grab. So now we can grab. And now 1K is like somewhat preference. Like, remember, it reflects to get drive back for sure though. Like, some people don't move the camera, so you can like do this, and so nothing is spawns. Or like me, I move the camera like this to try to get more kills. I think not moving the camera is safer sometimes because, like, again, things don't spawn. And then like ideally, we can use thunder to get a snag. So if they do the long wind up like that guy over there, then you want to do a thunder to be faster. But like, that's if you want to be really fast. You want to play it safe if you can too. And now, yeah, like reflect into... I would stop doing reflects once you get drive back, because then you'll waste all your magic. Magic is like pretty important. So you can guard like that, or you can quick run away. Okay, I might get hit here. So if you get hit after the Sparkle Ray, very quickly go into limit. This is why it's important to get your drive back, because you have to mash out limit. Now, sometimes you'll die to that, because you don't have many frames to use limit form. You can get stun locked and just die. So that's like, you can get frame trapped, and there's not much you can do. But like, there are ways to avoid this from happening. So like, if you're watching, you have to pay attention to everything in the fight. So like, when I started the Sparkle Ray, before I even snagged the robot, if you see a robot winding up, then you should stop. Immediately don't do Sparkle Ray, and then like wait and do the snag on the other guy. So like, look around. So like, for example, I could do this. I could let go and then go grab the other robot. It's like right here. I could grab this guy instead. It's like, if you see that happening, like, see how this guy's doing that? So like, I grabbed him at a bad time. If I do Sparkle Ray, I might get hit. So just let go, and then wait, and then grab. So that's how you can get out of that situation. And then once you go limit form, because limit form is like your one safety tool, you'll want to you want to stay in limit form to be safe, because if I get hit, I can just like spam out Sonic Rave, and it's fine. So this limit form is good for safety. That was very late. I almost died there. So yeah, stay in limit as long as you can. When you're about to revert, it's good to revert. You can get frame trapped out of reverting, by the way, so be careful of that. And then now I don't have any drive, so if you're like in this situation, you can get more drive again. Reflect. Okay, see, so I see that guy. I know, because I played this game a lot, that this won't get me killed. But if you don't know intuitively when you're allowed to Sparkle Ray, like, cause see how you have iframes during the Sparkle Ray, so if you time it well, you don't have to worry about the wind up. But that's something you have to learn. It's like when it's okay to use Sparkle Ray and when it's not. So like right here, I'm moving around to dodge the Armored Knights because I don't want to waste my magic. So that's another thing you can do. And then at the end of 1K. Oh god. Okay, that happens sometimes. and I'm see, okay. Here's where you have to you have to clutch up here, all right? So you can do Trinity if you need to. Like if you don't have drive, you can do Trinity. And what I would do here is run away. You can take a Rising Sun if you need to. So like it's relatively like it looks really scary, but you can dodge these with Quick Run. You can even guard it. But you can see how very easily it gets really bad. So Trinity Limit is a really bad tool. I would only use it if you're gonna die. Like if that's your own last resort, then you have to use it. But it's really bad because you're out of magic and you're probably out of drive. Because if you weren't out of drive, you would be using limit form instead. So if you're out of magic and out of drive, you're gonna die probably. But just try to survive as much as you can. And like Rising Sun is fine to survive if you need to. It's just that like in that situation you're probably dead. So here's how I would do 1k. Oh sorry, I didn't get drive back, so like I definitely would recommend you get drive. I just didn't look at it. So now we have drive. Make sure that your menu is on the drive menu too, so you can instantly pop it. So here, I'm gonna kill this guy with my Sparkle Ray, so I knew that would be fine. But like that's something that you have to know intuitively. And I saw that guy. So there is when I should have let go and then grabbed him instead. I made a mistake here, but this is fine. Because now we can just go into limit. It's like you're allowed to make some mistakes in 1k. Just don't make it a habit. And okay, that's another thing. No matter how high the bot is, you can always grab it. That's like a really fun thing about this fight. Is that even though he was like 10 feet in the air, just remember that he has to be on the top. And then you can grab. Like, you can grab it as long as you grab at the right time. The same as always. So it's okay. No panicking. And again, we have no limit. We have no drive. So you can build it back, or you can just switch over to Trinity and hope that you don't have to use it. If you're a newer runner, you don't feel comfortable, I'd recommend you just build your drive back. But it's unlikely you're going to get it back in time if you're just late in the fight. And here we are. In Thunder to get the last snag. And now to kill the last guy, you can just do a Magnet Trinity if you have the MP. And there we go. So yeah, you don't have once more for 1k. So 1k is tough. It's a pretty hard fight. It just takes a lot of practice. Like it takes a lot of knowing when to do. It takes a lot of knowing to fight. Like you have to pay a lot of attention to the enemies too, because like a lot of enemies will spawn in far away, and you have to like notice them and react accordingly. Another thing to take note of is that the soldiers can knock you with their like jump attack, and that I'll show it real quick. Hold up. So sometimes a soldier would do a jump. Like, we can get to happen here. I heard it, actually. You can hear it. See, that guy is doing the wind-up thing where he, like, spins. The reason that it's 0... Is it 0? It's not 0. Wait, actually, maybe it is 0. It's counting... It starts at the beginning of the month, and it counts the subs throughout the month. So that's how many subs have renewed in March so far. Oh, no, it's not 9. So we're actually at, like, 200. We're at 210, I think. But, that's like how many have resubbed throughout March. So like if everybody canceled their sub right now, that's what it would be at. That's why it's not counting all of them. Because technically they haven't happened yet. But remember, it has to be a non-prime and non-gifted. But your sub is counting towards it, so it's fine. I appreciate that. Tier 3s are the best for that. I want to get the soldier to do bad. Okay, here we go. So if you look at the guy next to me, this guy. Okay, yeah, he's gonna do a jump attack. See how he? Okay, he hasn't done it yet. Sometimes they'll jump at you, and you have to. So right there, I got the jump, but I was doing a sparkle ray. If they snipe you with that, they can snipe you with that, like at the end of the snag. So it's important to look at the armored knights and also listen, because they make a sound cue when they do it. Like if you hear them doing it, then pay attention to that and try to react to it, because that can kill you really often. Thanks, Toshiro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it here because it's quite rare. You just gotta look at the armor knights. Just look at what they're doing. You gotta get every enemy though. It's like usually a bot won't snipe you from off screen. Like I've only had it a few times. Like nearly every time you get snipes, you could have seen the bot if you're paying attention. Like it has to be on screen most of the time. I think it's pretty rare that they're off screen. The only time that they're off screen usually is when you get early laser dome, which is when there's like a bajillion bots. I don't know what causes it, but sometimes there's like a million bots. And yeah, right here. So like, see how many bots there are? Now is when you can panic. But like, you can usually kill them all if you're careful. Like the spark away should be killing them. But yeah. Like pay attention to the armored knights. So like, see how this guy's spinning. See how the jumps right there. Those jumps are what I'm talking about. So you gotta be careful of those because they can snipe you, and you can usually see them do it before they do it. And you can even end on Rising Sun if you want. Just not, I don't recommend it. But there we go, that is 1K. And I think we'll be done for today's session.
I guess sometimes help.
Move past to your back. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know if it's the best fight, man. It's like the worst fight.
Riku? Just this feeling I got. Hey, what if the heartless...
Alright. Glad that you guys liked the tutorial, even though none of you are gonna run this category. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, so... my throat is dead. It'll be on YouTube, yeah. I'll upload it to YouTube. I'm gonna edit it down to cut out all the bad parts. But it's insanely long at the moment. I thought it'd be shorter. I thought it'd be a shorter tutorial than my crit one, but it's not going to be. I think what we'll do is play some Dark Souls. Also, have a good night, Spore. I didn't say that earlier, my bad. I hope you guys enjoyed the KH segments, but we're moving on to Dark Souls now. Sounds good, Rogers. So if you go to my channel, I've highlighted all my Dark Souls playthrough. There are 13 parts of Dark Souls so far. I've been playing it for a while now. So they're all highlighted. You can watch it if you want to. I think we're getting towards the ending-ish. Well, we're in the second half of the game at least. I don't know what Seif is, so probably not. And I'm gonna end my YouTube stream. So everyone on YouTube, I appreciate you being here. I really do. I'm sorry. Okay, so everyone on YouTube, the reason that there was a video that went to members only is because I accidentally scheduled it